At OWN, we support projects through every phase, from boundary and topo surveying to geotech, civil site design, utilities, permitting, and more. We get the slope right, the details exact, the deadline met, that's a given. But the real work, it's not on a plan sheet. It's building trust and lasting relationships. That's engineering beyond.
OWN Engineering is a partner of Grip and Rip Baseball. Check them out at weareown.com. That's weareown.com.
Well, good evening and welcome to Mark Worley Field at Meadow Park, where it is baseball night in the Ozarks. The second week of GRBL Season 11. And the final game of another GRBL Sunday triple header. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Rance Berger, excited to bring you the Nixa Suckers and the Republic Locos. Each team looking for its first victory. Somebody's going to get that tonight. Somebody else is going to fall to 0-2 on the day. Earlier in the day, it was the Branson Showmen prevailing 10-6 over the Ozark Mountain Ducks. And then in a game that just concluded, we saw the Springfield Metropolitans hang on to defeat the Moon City Mavericks 7-6. So Springfield has jumped to a 2-0 record, as have the Branson Showmen. Both of those clubs in first place in their respective divisions. But right now, it is baseball night in the Ozarks. We're getting ready for Suckers Locos. Let's meet the starters. First, for the visiting club, Nixa. They'll be in the red jerseys, red caps with navy blue and white trim, white pants. They will lead off with their center fielder from Pembroke Pines, Florida, Geoff Jiminez. Batting second from Whitby, Ontario, Canada, shortstop Joey Hawkins. Batting third is the first baseman from Stoutland, Missouri, now calls Tawnytown, Arkansas his home. That is Brock Chaffin. Yes, that Brock Chaffin. He's back. Batting fourth is a GRBL Hall of Famer behind the plate. He is the Suckers player manager, the catcher Courtney Spitz. Batting fifth, GRBL's number 3 man all-time in career strikeouts, pitcher Josh Engler. Batting sixth and playing second base tonight will be Brandon Winder. Batting seventh is the extra hitter from Gainesville, Missouri, Dr. Dawson Lushin, dentist. Batting eighth is a third baseman from Springfield, Missouri, Aaron Sawchak. Batting ninth, is the left fielder, second-year man Landon Clark. And batting 10th, making his GRBL debut tonight in right field, is Luke Long. Republic Locos will be in all-black everything with just a little bit of orange and white trim. But they are showing up, trying to intimidate with their attire of the black jerseys with black pants. They'll lead off with their center fielder, Trent Simpson. Batting second is the third baseman from Springfield, Missouri, Tanner Kellerstrass. Batting third and playing left field for the Locos is Grant Cundiff. He hit a home run last week. Batting in the fourth spot is the extra hitter, that's Colton Simons. Batting fifth and catching from Republic, Missouri, the hometown kid, it's Creed Smiley. Batting in the sixth position is the shortstop from Managua, Nicaragua, David Gutierrez. Batting seventh is the right fielder. He is from Curacao, Ravani Rosalia. Batting eighth from Licking, Missouri, Carter Rennie. He'll play second base tonight. Batting ninth is the player manager and the first baseman. That is Chicago, Illinois' Chris Mesa. And batting 10th from Republic, Missouri, the designated hitter tonight, a rookie wearing number 7. That's Brock Robbins. Starting pitcher for the Republic Locos was a little bit of a question mark in the pregame, but the right-hander from Lebanon, Missouri has the ball. He is Justin Fruit Snacks Loudon. He left the game last week with an injury, some soreness and numbness in his right throwing shoulder. But Fruit Snacks has the ball. He's going to try to give it a go tonight. And the Locos will have two very distinct plans of operation depending on whether or not Justin Loudon ends up being effective in the early going. It is baseball night in the Ozarks. We'll take our last pre-show break. When we come back, it'll be first pitch time. You are watching Grip and Rip Baseball live and free this evening on our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe.
Elite Promotions is a family-owned company dedicated to providing effective, efficient, and quality promotional products to organizations just like yours. Elite Promotions will make it simple for you and quickly find the products that will give you a reason to use Elite. Elite Promotions is the official outfitter of the Grip and Rip Baseball League, dressing all 6 teams in the jerseys you see on the field and all of our official fan apparel. Be on the cutting edge. Be Elite. Elite Promotions, ElitePromo.com.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
Got up to 98 degrees here in Springfield, Missouri. That was not nice as the sun beat down. Temperature on the field felt considerably warmer with the heat index topping 100 degrees. The clouds have rolled in. That's been welcomed. The breeze has kicked up out of the west. Also nice. A little bit of unscheduled sprinkling precipitation was really something, but that is not going to be enough to affect the play of this game whatsoever. So Justin Loudon out taking his warm-up tosses for the Republic Locos. They are set to go against the Nixa Suckers here on baseball night in the Ozarks. Umpires for this one will be Roberto Valdez on the bases with GRBL veteran Edward Browning behind the plate. So Loudon has gone through the routine. Nixa Suckers set to go. They've got a couple of big fish making their debuts, including Brock Chaffin, a GRBL Hall of Famer, due up this inning. He has not played in this league since 2023 when he led the Springfield Metropolitans to the Howard Bell Trophy Championship as the player manager. We thought perhaps he had retired, but he said no, it's not a retirement. He's back, and we will see him coming up in just a moment. First, it is rookie Geoff Jiminez for the Fish out of Pembroke Pines, Florida. Wears number 8. 33 years old out of Nova Southeastern. Hits it just over Loudon's head. The second baseman, Rennie, has it. But by the time Rennie got it corralled, there was no shot to make the throw. And so Geoff Jiminez is on. Just like that. A little bit of an unconventional infield single, but that is indeed scored as a hit. So Jiminez is on and aboard. Brings his average up to 400 on the season. He's 2 for 5. And here is Joey Hawkins, former St. Louis Cardinals minor leaguer, drafted in the 40th round in 2015. Played in a total of 73 minor league baseball games, most of that at the rookie level Appalachian League for Johnson City. Transitioned from playing to coaching and has since gone on to become the head coach of the Missouri State University Bears, succeeding his own college coach, the legendary Keith Gutton. So Joey Bunce, as he was known in college, went 1 for 5 in his GRBL debut a week ago. Had 3 outfield flyouts, so was putting the ball into play. Just was putting it right at defenders a couple of times. Down 0-1 here. Runner on first is Jiminez. Just underway here from Mark Worley Field at Meadow Park. Loudon tried a breaking ball. That's high. Runs the count to 2-1. Fruit snacks. From the first base side of the pitching, Rover brings home a curveball. That's up and out of the zone. It is 3-1. The Suckers lineup pretty potent with the addition of the man in the on-deck circle, Brock Chaffin. Next pitch to Hawkins is bounced and he walked him. So an infield single and a walk. Good start for Nixa. Not the start the Locos and Justin Loudon were looking for. And it doesn't get any easier. So Brock Chaffin for his career, 45 of 142 across 5 prior seasons. He's got 29 RBIs and he has hit 4 home runs in his Grip and Rip Baseball League career. He was a junior college All-American at Longview and then finished out his college career at Missouri State, was part of a very good Bears team in 2012. Hit .307. His batting average of .307 ended up being 9 points higher than his teammate Luke Voigt. And if you know your Major League Baseball, you know Luke Voigt. So the last time we saw Brock Chaffin, 2023, 10 for 25 with a home run and 7 RBIs, also drew 6 walks. He's even 1-1 with Justin Loudon, who is a player he managed on those 2023 Springfield Metropolitans. So he knows what sort of craftiness and trickeration Justin Loudon brings to the game. He's going to try to send one off his friend here with 2 on, nobody out. The 1-1 pitch is outside. Chaffin back in the left-handed batter's box. Stands tall, slightly open stance before the load-up. 1-2, swung on, Smiley, the catcher's throw down to third will not get Geoff Jiminez, and then the tail runner, Joey Hawkins, is safe at second. But that's a big, big out right there for Justin Loudon as he gets Brock Chaffin to chase one. In terms of overall familiarity and ease, it certainly doesn't get easier as the Suckers catcher comes to scratch. He's got a .312 career average. Courtney Spitz is a GRBL Hall of Famer. 61 hits in a career that began in 2018. Breaking ball out. Smiley looks Jiminez back down to the bag at third. Defensively, Locos, Tanner Kellerstrass at third base, David Gutierrez at short, Carter Rennie at second, and Chris Meza is the first baseman. Creed Smiley is Loudon's battery mate. We've got Grant Cundiff, Trent Simpson, and Ravani Rosalia in the outfield. 2-0 to Spitz. Loudon's gone away to the lefty. Comes back with a breaking ball. That is outside. And that was a case where I just don't think he got the spin on it that he wanted. So Loudon steps back to gather it up before the 3-0. Suckers threatening here, 1 out, 2 men in scoring position. And a Hall of Famer at the plate. Called Stierreich on the outer half. So Justin Loudon has not gone in at all to the left-hander. That looks to be like it is by design. Comes back. That was over the middle. Spitz takes it the other way into deep left field, but making the catch is Grant Cundiff for the Locos. Geoff Jiminez tags up. He will score. It is 1-0 Suckers. So a sacrifice fly does just as well as a single for Courtney Spitz. He makes it 1-0, and the inning continues. Number 5 man in the Nixa order is Josh Engler. He's the starting pitcher, but don't let that fool you. He's an athlete, first and foremost, and he's a pitcher who can hit. 2 for 5 with an RBI in the opener. 36 hits in a GRBL career over 5 previous seasons. That 36 factors in the 2 he got last Sunday. And now, after ball one, Creed Smiley, the Locos catcher, out to chat briefly with his pitcher. Engler hit very well for the Ozark Mountain Ducks a season ago, 8 for 23, a couple of doubles. That's a .348 average with 5 runs batted in. Also stole a couple of bags. Helped the Mountain Ducks reach the championship final. They came up a run short. 1-0 dips into the zone, and that is when Loudon is at his most effective, starting off on the front door and then finding just that bottom edge. Very useful, especially against a taller hitter like Josh Engler, who goes about 6'5". The 1-1 is another breaking pitch, inside-out swing. This is tailing foul, first base side. Meza gives chase, but that's going to get out of play as Chris crashes the fence. He's all right. So 1-0 Suckers. An infield single by Geoff Jiminez, a walk to Joey Hawkins. Sacrifice fly to left by Courtney Spitz. It's now 1-2 with 2 outs. Loudon trying to get out of this and go have a seat. The delivery is a curveball up and in. Snacks comes set from the midsection. Another high tight breaking ball. That's going to eject from Creed Smiley's mid, allowing Hawkins to motor from second to third. So Josh Engler staying patient. And patience a virtue. When Justin Loudon is at his best, it is when he is able to make opposing teams get impatient. Get some swings off the front foot. He can make batters roll over. 3-2 payoff coming here to Josh Engler. That ran in. And that is a walk. Frustrating for a pitcher, I know, when you work out ahead in a 2-strike count, only to miss your spot. Second walk this inning. Sets up first and third. Brandon Winder comes to bat for the Nixa Suckers, third-year player. Coming off a 9 for 28 year with Moon City, with a couple of doubles and 2 runs batted in. Opportunity knocking here for Winder in the 6th spot tonight. Very capable hitter. 19 hits in his previous 2 seasons. So a guy who can go out and get you about a hit per game. Runner takes off. That is a called steerike to Winder, who kept it on his shoulder. And they are running Scott Wilson, are the Suckers, in the stead of the pitcher Josh Engler. And Scott Wilson watched one Loudon pitch to get the timing, and then he took off to steal. First base unoccupied, but 2 in scoring position for the Suckers with 2 outs, and Winder spat at an 0-2. Gutsy take there, but it was a good take. 1-2. Loudon's delivery is down. Smiley hangs on that time. Loudon shakes his pitching hand out a little bit before stepping on the rubber ahead of a Deuce's wild pitch. 2 on, 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Winder pulls this one left side. Tanner Kellerstrass, the third baseman, up with it for the Locos, and then his throw did not end up in the first baseman's glove. Suckers are going to plate 2. Off of a costly mistake on the Republic infield. That's tough. A 2-run error. It is now 3-0. Suckers up top. Top of the first continues with Dawson Lushin, rookie from Illinois College. Looks at a called strike from Loudon. There's a swinging strike from Loudon. Dawson Lushin, 3 for 3 with a double and an RBI in his debut, also a walk. That is a one-hopper to the shortstop. Gutierrez fires across, and Meza can't hang on to that. And so Lushin reaches safely, and the inning continues. And then a mistake on the throw back to Loudon. This is an inning that just somehow keeps getting worse for the Locos. Score remains 3-0, but that just set up runners on second and third for Aaron Sawchak. So Sawchak, sponsored by Springwater Greenhouse and Landscaping in Marshall, Missouri. This is his second game, 25 years old, a newcomer out of Kickapoo High School in Springfield, Missouri. Swings and sends this one into center field, and the first base hit in Aaron Sawchak's career is an RBI base hit. Throw to the plate in time. Smiley able to get Dawson Lushin, but the Suckers did manage to plate a run, so it is 4-0, and that's how the top of the first will end, with a play at the plate on an 8-2. So Nixa out to an early advantage, 4-0. Locos will look to answer when we come back. You're watching Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free this evening on YouTube. It's Baseball Night in the Ozarks.
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
I started working at SRC in 2018. Very team-driven, and everybody has a place, everybody has a role. Being an employee owner is just more than just being an employee and just being a number. You actually have a voice, and you actually use that voice. The opportunity is the sky. I feel like anything you want to be, you can be. You just have to, you gotta have the gotta want attitude. My name is Shamari, and I'm an owner of SRC.
Engler, right-hander from Mount Vernon, Missouri, makes his second start of the season. Got to be feeling good after his club put up 4 runs in the top of the first. So walking out there ahead by 4 runs before he throws a single pitch tonight. Josh, in the season opener, 5 innings. He allowed 2 earned runs on 5 hits, struck out 7, and walked 2. Came into the year with 188 strikeouts. That total is now 195, ranking him 3rd all-time in 11 seasons of Grip and Rip Baseball, behind Clay Murphy and Skylar Henson. He's got some doing to do before he catches those 2 gentlemen. Murphy is now at 235 with 8 strikeouts today. He's still active. Skylar Hinson not playing this season, hasn't ruled out a comeback. He's at 220. But Josh Engler at a very nice 195. This is grounded to the shortstop. Joey Hawkins up with it. And the GRBL's second Canadian makes the play in time. So Trent Simpson is retired. So we're going to bring up Tanner Kellerstrass, sponsored by Martino Training Systems. So yeah, the GRBL's first Canadian, Jared Fox, came up big for the Springfield Metropolitans today, an RBI base hit in the 9th. Tanner Kellerstrass is from right here in Springfield, Missouri, but that's a nice piece. That is hit all the way to the wall. He is going for 3. TK, stand up triple. And that's going to breathe some life into the situation for the Republic Locos. A triple to right center. On a laser, that ball bounced twice before it reached the wall. And Tanner Kellerstrass also showed off the speed. So he is aboard for Grant Cundiff. All he did in the season opener was go 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs, a home run, and a triple of his own. So Cundiff, sponsored by CNH Industrial Reman, loops one and a diving stop by Brandon Winder. My goodness. Sucker's second baseman just sacrificed his body, and he pulled a robbery on Cundiff. Winder's going to take a minute, and yeah, the Suckers are going to give him a minute to shake that one off. That was a full-on layout, and Brandon Winder hung on. That's not out of character for him at all. Winder had a perfect 1,000 fielding percentage as the second baseman for the Moon City Mavericks a season ago, helping the club secure the Howard Bell Trophy and the championship. So yeah, Brandon Winder can go, to say it mildly. Colton Simons, sponsored by The Dugout and Inkburst Studios out of Republic, Missouri by way of Las Vegas, Nevada. Stierreich. Counts even 1-1. Simons 1 for 3 this season. Ooh, got him reaching, but a good check. They're going to give him the 2-1. That's big for Simons. Open batting stance from the right-handed hitter space. Checked again, and he's up 3-1. Simons also brings a big cheering section. Most of that's just his own family, but there are a lot of Colton fans in the wild out here. 3-1, that's in the zone, and we're full as Josh Engler gassed him up at 86 miles per hour. Coming back with the payoff pitch. They try the heater again, and he walked him. So 4-0, Suckers in the lead, but don't look now. Locos are threatening, runners on the corners. Batter's going to be Creed Smiley. Speaking of guys who bring cheering sections, he's got one. So this is Creed Smiley's first start of 2026. He missed a week ago. Planned family vacation, extended family vacation. So this is plate appearance number 1, and it's in a pressure situation early in this one. Simons takes off. It's a fastball away. The throw to second is not in time. Engler started Smiley off with an 82-mile-per-hour slider out. Mention Creed Smiley, sponsored by BJ's Trophy Shop, right here in Springfield, Missouri. He was 9 of 25 as a rookie with Ozark, batting .360, a .483 OBP. Stierreich thrown from Josh Engler, and we're even 1-1. Batted in 6 runs, walked 4 times, got hit by a pitch a couple times, and only struck out 4 times. 1-1 slider dips into the zone, and Engler took 12 miles per hour off that thing. 72 as it found the strike zone. 1-2, got him looking. Josh Engler just bowed his neck, and he shut down a rally. 4-0. Nixa leads Republic. Back with inning number 2 on the other side of this break.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At OWN, we support projects through every phase, from boundary and topo surveying to geotech, civil site design, utilities, permitting, and more. We get the slope right, the details exact, the deadline met, that's a given. But the real work, it's not on a plan sheet. It's building trust and lasting relationships. That's engineering beyond.
Own Engineering is a partner of Grip and Rip Baseball. Check them out at weareown.com. That's weareown.com.
One inning gone here on baseball night in the Ozarks. The Nixa Suckers have a 4-0 advantage over the Republic Locos. This is a non-divisional game, but a big game nonetheless. Both teams looking for win number 1 on the season. Just 7 regular season games here in the GRBL, everything taking place on Sundays. So 7 weeks of regular season play setting the stage for a 6-team playoff. The 2 division winners get a bye to the semifinals. Everybody who's left goes into the eliminators. That will all take place in October, but it is never too early to talk playoff implications in Grip and Rip baseball. Batter for the Suckers is going to be the number 9 hitter from Strafford, Missouri. This is Landon Clark. Played his high school baseball at Hillcrest in Springfield, Missouri. Was 1 for 3 in the opener. Had 4 hits and 3 runs batted in his rookie season, also with the Nixa Suckers. So, second-year player. He was a shortstop and a pitcher for the Hillcrest Hornets under longtime skip Ryan Schafitzel. So Landon Clark has jumped ahead 2-0 after Justin Loudon threw one over his head. And he bounces one in front of the plate. So Loudon, we knew he was struggling with some shoulder pain, and now he is getting checked from distance by his manager, the first baseman Chris Mesa. As the fielder's set up, playing Clark to pull it here. Loudon responds, bending a slow slider into the zone for a called strike. So 3-1. Clark swings at this one. That is going to get through between the third baseman and the shortstop. It's a base hit for Landon Clark. So 2 hits in 2 games. That'll play, and that'll get some things started for Nixa. His first plate appearance for number 14, Luke Long, making his GRBL debut. Nice little moment here as he hops in the left-handed batter's box. So his half-brother is the Locos catcher, Creed Smiley. Long, sponsored by Air Services, Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. Don't get nervous, call Air Service. First plate appearance, looked at strike 1. Long, 24 years old, from Republic, Missouri, played for the Republic Tigers. That's the high school. But his brother Creed in some familiar black and orange, while he is in some unfamiliar crimson and navy of the Nixa Suckers. The 1-1 swung on, chopped right side. The first baseman Mesa will throw to second. They will take the force out. David Gutierrez hung on to that. And credit Long for getting down the line quickly. No shot at the double play. So a 3-6 fielder's choice gets the force. Back to the top of the order we go to Geoff Jiminez. So he is an assistant baseball coach at Missouri State University. Works with outfielders. He's also the base running coach. And when you watch Geoff Jiminez run the bases, you can see why. I mean, first of all, the guy runs like his hair is on fire, but second of all, he is always doing whatever he can to just make himself a pest for the opposing club. He's ahead here 2-0. So yeah, 3 years at Florida Atlantic, 1 at Nova Southeastern. That's a Division I college in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Oh, swung and fouled that one off his foot, and he's going to want that one back. As Luke Long, the base runner, took off for second, and he was getting there. How about Luke running on Creed? Yeah. Wonder if the boys are going to talk about that one next time they have dinner at Mom's house. Two-one coming up here. Again, Jiminez fouls one off his own foot. That right foot taking a beating. Loudon has fought back. It's now 2-2. Runner on, 1 out. 4-run ball game. Still early days. After that check throw, we'll go 2-2 again. Runner goes. Jiminez thought about it and checked his swing, and Luke Long is safe. A stolen base. That's a big steal for Long. Into scoring position he goes. And the count is full to Jiminez. Loudon trying to get the newcomer from Pembroke Pines, Florida. Payoff is down, and Jiminez draws a walk. So he reaches safely the second time today. He is on for Joey Hawkins. And we mentioned Jiminez is an assistant coach for the Missouri State Baseball Bears. Joey Hawkins is the head coach. He played there from 2012 to 2015. And in his senior year, the team earned a number 8 seed. And they won an NCAA regional that was played here in Springfield, Missouri at Hammons Field. And yes, it was Hammons Field at that point. That was long before the renaming that occurred earlier this year. 1-0 to Hawkins, swung on inside out. That is going way out of here and way foul in a big old hurry. So Hawkins, as a college player, also spent some summers in the Northwoods League in Thunder Bay, Ontario with the Thunder Bay Border Cats. And his professional playing career came to an end in 2016. He was released by the State College Spikes in State College, Pennsylvania. That is no longer an affiliated ball club. That is I believe the Spikes are now a collegiate team. Just hanging on there in Happy Valley. But Joey quickly pivoted from playing to coaching. Say, coaching your college alma mater, just a boy's dream. So Hawkins, after a foul ball off the net, finds himself 2-2. 1 out and 2 men on. He's got some guys who can run, Luke Long and Geoff Jiminez. And they're also giving him a lot of real estate to work with on the right side of the field. That's a bouncer, and the count is full. So Loudon laboring. Hawkins sees a full count. 3-2 payoff coming here. Runners go. Hawkins pulls this one, the shortstop. Gutierrez throws to second. Safe is the call, and then the throw goes offline at first. Long will score. It is 5-0 Suckers. And what in the what? Geoff Jiminez left second base, started going back to the dugout like he was out. And somebody told him to go back to second because he was indeed safe. And so, that was a hot mess of a baseball play right there. Locos are going to want an explanation from the field umpire as to what he just saw. And that is going to be the end of the day, at least as far as pitching goes, for Justin Loudon. Locos are making a change. It is a Rapid Roberts pitching change. They go to the pen with 1 out in the second inning. Dave Allen has come on to pitch for Republic. We'll step aside, come back, and tell you all about it.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
David Allen is a right-hander from Everton, Missouri, coming on in relief, with the Locos trailing the Nixa Suckers 5-0. 1 out in the top of the second. Dave Allen from Everton, Missouri, now resides in Republic. So far this season, he was pressed into action under similar circumstances a week ago. An inning and 2/3, he allowed 5 earned runs, 2 hit batsmen, 5 walks, and 1 strikeout. Odd situation. He did all that without giving up a hit. So Dave Allen, I mean, first things first, yeah, and I think you're seeing Tanner Kellerstrass, the third baseman, and Creed Smiley, the catcher, both saying the same thing. Hey, man, you know, don't worry too much about those inherited runners. We just need to knuckle down, make some outs. Let's get the guys at the plate, get off the field, and gather it back up. Easier said than done as GRBL Hall of Famer Brock Chaffin stands in. 0 for 1 tonight, but it is a storied career. The league's all-time leader in home runs. .29 runs batted in for Chaffin on 45 base hits. He looked at a strike there, and it's 1-1. So he has never seen Dave Allen, as Dave broke in 2024. That was a year that Chaffin did not play. Breaking ball dips into the zone that time, and it's 1-2. Could be advantage David Allen as well. He doesn't know much about the Brock Chaffin mystique. He's just out there trying to make pitches. Fielders play Chaffin to pull. Allen's next offering is a bouncer. Smiley blocked it off the chest protector, and he keeps it in front. Jiminez, the runner at second, the lead runner for the Suckers, opting not to press the action. So it's Jiminez at second, Joey Hawkins, the runner at first, Nixa leading by 5, and still 1 out, so not necessarily a need to be overly aggressive on the base paths, but I got a feeling Jeff Jiminez knows one speed. He's going to go for it. That is a pitch outside. It is now 3-2 for Chaffin. Played college baseball at Missouri State. So he and Hawkins would have overlapped by 1 season. 3-2 payoff. Chaffin under this one. That is launched into the stratosphere. Coming back down in right field. Ravani Rosalia makes the catch and the out. So 2 down. Exactly the result David Allen was needing there. Catcher Courtney Spitz coming up here. He is the Suckers player manager. Sacrifice fly to left, first time up. That one is not in play this time with 2 outs. As he watches one go by, up and out. Spitz batting from the left-handed batter's box. By day, he is a middle school physical education teacher at St. Elizabeth Ann Seton Catholic School. Late afternoons, he's the head baseball coach at Springfield Catholic High, where he has developed the Catholic Fightin' Irish into a bit of a baseball power. They've produced several Division I recruits. They've also produced a steady run through the Missouri baseball playoffs, some district championships, a couple Final Four appearances. This is flown to center field and caught by Trent Simpson, a few steps shy of the warning track. Hauls that in, and he will indeed do the job of getting David Allen, the reliever, and the Republic Locos off the field. Suckers do scratch one across, taking advantage of a Republic error, so the score 5-0. We're in the middle of the second, and we're back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this.
Your local Hotsy dealer is an expert with hands-on cleaning knowledge to help you select the ideal pressure washer for your job. Take confidence in knowing you have a resource for all your cleaning needs. Service can be scheduled in-house or on location by a factory-trained technician using genuine Hotsy parts. Be sure to ask about scheduled maintenance plans, as well as a variety of accessories to clean more efficiently. And don't forget the soap. We have detergents for every cleaning need and have a bulk delivery program. Customized wash bays and mobile cleaning systems are also available. Build a partnership where you're a name, not a number. Contact your local Hotsy dealer to see why nothing cleans like a Hotsy.
Goodness. Well, if you are a longtime follower of the Grip and Rip Baseball League and you've been to some games here at Meadow Park, you know about a promotion between the innings known as It's Raining Tacos. Well, we regret to inform you that it is not indeed raining tacos this evening. It has been replaced by what is turning out to be a very popular promotion. It's raining popsicles. So, goodness sakes, the crew, Tony Lewis and John Turner, providing some tasty frozen treats to the fans hanging around to see Locos Suckers tonight on baseball night in the Ozarks. And there was originally the stipulation was that the fans had to dance to get the popsicles, but I can see that rule has been slightly relaxed. I think they were just handing frozen treats to anybody who looked like they were hot, and that's probably the right move. So Josh Engler back to work on the pitcher's mound here in the bottom of the second, protecting a 5-0 advantage for the Suckers. Locos send up their shortstop from Managua, Nicaragua. David Gutierrez looks at a strike. Gutierrez was 1 for 3 with an RBI in his debut. Swung at a slider there for a strike. Gutierrez, another player who has emerged from the Springfield Metro League, the senior division. That's a good spot. We share a lot of talent with the Metro League. Some of that association's best and brightest come here and find themselves on GRBL rosters for Sundays in the fall. The 0-2, no. Fifth pitch of the at-bat coming up here as Gutierrez fouled off the previous 0-2. Works as an assembler here in Springfield at a manufacturing site. That is no. Thought maybe Engler froze him with the breaking ball. Instead, it's going to be 2-2. Comes back with the heat. 87 miles per hour, and Gutierrez got a touch on it to send it foul. That ball screamed out of the stadium. So we will do another 2-2. Gutierrez doing well to extend his appearance here. Engler came back with the off speed. And that hit the catcher Courtney Spitz. It was a foul ball. Spitz taking just a moment. Engler taking advantage as well to mop a little sweat before he heads back out for another 2-2. Got him to chase that time. A strikeout for Josh Engler. 2 on the night. And Engler's career total now sits at 197. So Josh Engler, 3 strikeouts shy of becoming just the 3rd player to reach 200 in his GRBL career. But he's got some work to do tonight. Ravani Rosalia from Willemstad, Curacao. And now calls Ozark, Missouri his home. Looks at a strike there. Falls behind here 0-2. He's sponsored by Millsap Farms. Rosalia will step out on an 0-2. So Ravani, a farmer, grows a lot of produce. Fastball outside. The 1-2 is a breaking ball. Rosalia took a late lunge and he fouled it off to stay in. Ravani has always impressed me. He's a very solid contact hitter. The 1-2 breaking ball froze him on the inner half. 3 strikeouts now for Engler. And the career total for him climbs to 198. That is now 3 consecutive strikeouts, and it's going to bring up Carter Rinney. He's from Licking, Missouri. Recruited into this league by his former high school assistant coach, Cole Rourke. Had a good string of playing for Cole on the Branson Showmen for a couple of seasons. He was with the Mavericks in 24, back to the Showmen in 2025, and then finds himself in new digs with the Republic Locos here in 2026. So this is Carter's 5th season overall. He's even here, 1-1. Two balls and a strike for Rinney. His career has been fun to see. Also, his off seasons have been fun to see since his rookie year as a young man. He's gotten married. He's welcomed his first son into the world. Just a lot of positives going on in his life. There's a Stierreich. It's 3-2, and he'll be the first to tell you that. Counts his blessings. Full count payoff coming up here. Josh Engler is hungry for K's. Walked him. Carter Rinney gets on. And he is on for Chris Mesa. He's had a rough go so far. Mesa looking for a little redemption, starting now. From the College of DuPage in suburban Chicago, Mesa has been in this league since it was founded in 2016. He's been a manager since 2020. "35 hits in his playing career. Watched ball one go by outside, and we're even 1-1. Breaking pitch from Engler. That's a called strike on the inner half to get ahead. Again, career tally at 198 for Josh Engler, trying to join Clay Murphy and Skylar Henson in the 200 club. That'll get him one closer. That is now 199. And Engler will have to wait for the third inning to go for more. 5-0 is the score. The Nixa Suckers lead the Republic Locos after 2 innings. We're back with more Grip and Rip baseball right after this.
Mr. Callahan, let's play Word Connect.
I don't want to.
I'll start.
I'm not gonna.
Air.
Services.
Professional.
Trustworthy.
Quality.
Satisfaction.
Every day.
Overnight.
24/7. Repair.
Replace.
Air.
Water.
Heating.
Cooling.
VIP.
Membership. Okay, that's good.
Okay, that's bad.
Stop.
Go.
Jimmy!
Mr. Callahan!
Fired.
Hired. That was fun. Again?
Call Air Services today.
The key to a great toast is who you're with. At Big Whiskey's, we toast to best friend weekends, to birthday wishes, to burgers and wings, to big wins, and to believing in we, with something for everyone, from apps to wraps, salads to steaks. Everything is a big deal at Big Whiskey's. Here's to always being welcome.
Down here on Baseball Night in the Ozarks, live from a hot and muggy Meadow Park in Springfield, Missouri. The Nixa Suckers lead the Republic Locos 5-0. Suckers come to scratch, looking to buy some insurance runs here in the third. It'll be the pitcher Josh Engler, followed by the second baseman Brandon Winder, and the extra hitter Dawson Lushan. So if it's your first time watching Grip and Rip baseball, there are a few things that make it unique. One of those features is the extra hitter. Teams have the option to use a designated hitter to bat for anybody in the lineup, but they can also employ an extra hitter who just strictly functions as a batter. So teams have the choice between using a 9-player batting order or a 10-player batting order. This juncture of the season, teams are all trying to get players more reps, so we have seen 10-man batting orders throughout the day. And throughout the season, for that matter. Everyone used a 10-man order on opening day as well. We'll talk more about the GRBL's unique rules for pitching if and when it comes time to do that, but pitchers are generally limited to a maximum of 3 innings. However, one pitcher may go beyond that and it does not have to be the starter. So the 3+ designee for each club can go a maximum of 5 innings. We're likely going to see that from the guy with the bat in his hand right here, Josh Engler, for the Suckers. He wants to be the 5-inning man every time he goes out there. 1-2 from Dave Allen is bounced. So we're even, but no harm done with nobody on. Engler from Mount Vernon, Missouri. He is a wholesale automotive fuel salesman. Dave Allen, last I knew, worked at Kraft Heinz in Springfield. This is popped. It's in foul territory, but playable for the Locos' third baseman Tanner Kellerstrass. He makes the catch and the out, and it's 1 away. That will bring up the Suckers' second baseman, Brandon Winder. We saw him make an outstanding diving catch. That came in the first inning. He's had a little time to shake that off, and he comes to bat here. Reached on an error his first time up. Watches that one go past, down and out of the zone. So Winder works for Cintas in Springfield, Missouri. They do a lot of business, not just uniforms. They do everything from floor mats to soap dispensers, pretty much anything and everything in terms of hardware you might need to run a business. Two and 1 to Winder. Allen's next offering, that's on the inner half of the zone for a strike at 73 miles per hour. Dave's got stuff, and his stuff has some late tail movement typically. 2-2. Winder's reached out and slapped it as he saw. He's got to be sitting back. He's thinking breaking ball, but reached out and slapped a fastball foul there. Good crowd sticking around. Most of them are Locos fans, so they're hoping for a little bit of a rally from the railmen. But you know, for as hot as it is, we've had a lot of fans still come out to check out some GRBL baseball in person today, and we've had good crowds watching on the YouTube channel as well. So thank you to all of you watching from across the United States and other parts of the world. This game now not quite 1 hour old. We got started at 6:36, so we're 4 minutes shy of the 1 hour mark. Brandon Winder gamely hanging in. It is 3-2. Allen's pitch walked him. It's outside, and Dave, wanted a little clarification, but he touches the chest to say, I missed my spot. So 1 out, 1 on. Dawson Lushin came into the day 3 for 3 with a double, an RBI, and a walk, and then he reached on an error last time. So that was the first time his batting average came down to something with 3 numbers as he looks at a strike there. He's from Fithian, Illinois originally, went to Armstrong High School, and then Division III Illinois College. Then it was the SIU College of Dentistry. So he is now a practicing dentist in Gainesville, Missouri. Goodness, about took out the umpire's dental work. Instead, it's going to be Carter Rinney on a 4-3 double play, and the Locos get off the field. 5-0 is the score. Nixa Suckers lead the Locos, who look to dig up some answers when we come back. It's Grip and Rip Baseball, live and free on our YouTube channel Big thank you to Rapid Roberts, the official fuel partner of the Grip and Rip League.
Did you know that Conoco gas has 3 times more detergent additive than the minimum required by the EPA? And 30% more than the top-tier detergent gasoline standard, recommended by major car manufacturers. Other alternatives contain unwanted deposits that can build up on fuel injectors and intake valves, robbing your engine of performance. More quality in every drop. Only at your local Rapid Roberts.
Support local, give local. We hear it all the time, and when it comes to blood donation, there's an easy way to make sure your gift is being used in your community. Donors with Community Blood Center of the Ozarks provide every drop of blood, platelets, and convalescent plasma to patients in over 40 area hospitals. How do I know why that's important? Because my youngest daughter, Jocelina, is alive today thanks to local blood donors. Find out how you can help at cbco.org. Local donors, local patients. That's the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks difference.
So Josh Engler had 199, trying to chase down a little Grip and Rip history, but the Republic Locos will not make it easy. Due up this inning for the Railmen, the designated hitter Brock Robbins, and then it's the top of the order, Trent Simpson, Tanner Kellerstrass, and then Grant Cundiff if we get there. So here is the rookie Brock Robbins. He's in the DH spot tonight, batting 10th. A construction worker from Republic, Missouri. Fans are playing a game of guess the miles per hour on the pitch. Now think about that. You got to know, is Engler going to dial up the fastball, the slider? He's got a slower breaking ball and a change. He's got a lot of stuff he can pull out of the bag. Did somebody just guess 88? Yeah, that's kids playing this game. They want to see gas. So here's Robbins. I don't think he wants to see gas. I think he'd like to see a hanging slider middle here. Engler does gas him up, but it's at 84. And the way they're celebrating, somebody just won something. Oh, that's great. Engler comes back at 83, but it's 2-0. He's missed away. Love that. Guy gets a GRBL shirt. That's good stuff. 2-0 to Robbins. That's on the outer half for a Steerike. So Brock, head coach of a 10U baseball team, now putting the things he talks about in practice and in his pregame speeches into action. We've got a lot of that here in the Grip and Rip. That was 84. That was swung on and missed. It is now 2-2. Josh Engler is a strike away from 200. Winds and fires. Outside. Count is full. Some might say that was the announcer's jinx. So full count payoff pitch coming up here. Engler from Mount Vernon, Missouri, rocks and deals. It's a breaking pitch and he walked him. So he was a strike away. Instead, back to the top of the order go the Locos, trailing by 5. They'll take their base runners however they can get them. And there is a long-held belief that the second trip through the order is often the more difficult trip. We'll see if that holds true. Trent Simpson, sponsored by January Social Company, swings and lifts this one in the air left field. Charging in and not getting there in time is Clark. Robbins is going for third. Throw was offline, so he'll be safe. And then Trent Simpson will advance up on the throw. That is some offense coming to life for the Locos. Little Texas leaguer by Simpson. Dropped into a spot where left fielder just didn't have a chance. And then an oopsie doodle throw sets up second and third. So Tanner Kellerstrass had a hard hit triple in his first time up. He's sponsored by Martino Training Systems. Batting with a man on. It's a breaking ball. Fought it off. It's foul into the screen. Kellerstrass taking a walk around, little smirk on his face, I think, knowing That was perhaps not the swing he wanted to swing. The Locos knocking on the door, nobody out. 2 men in scoring position. Engler's pitch, that's into the zone. 73-mile-per-hour slider for a strike. So it's very quickly 0-2. Engler has been here before. The offering to Kellerstrass. Ooh, just spoiled foul. Back off the backstop it goes. And it is 0-2 again. So Engler sets up for another 0-2 to Tanner. Breaking ball, swung on and clubbed. Oh, that's going to be caught by the shortstop Hawkins, and he steps on the bag. That is an unassisted double play by the Nixa shortstop, Joey Hawkins, has made the catch to get Kellerstrass, and he stepped on the bag to get Trent Simpson. We'll bring up Grant Cundiff for the Locos. So Cundiff out of Missouri S&T, where he got a mechanical engineering degree, stands in. 0 for 1 tonight, 2 for 4 for the campaign. Looked at a strike, a front door slider from Engler. 0-1. Breaking ball that time for a swinging strike on the outer half, and now Engler again ahead 0-2. May or may not be aware of the ramifications here as he sits at career total 199 and 2 strikes, and Cundiff instead spoils it. This is into center field, base hit. Robbins scores, and the Locos are on the board. It's an RBI base hit for Grant Cundiff. 5-1. So Colton Simons drew a walk his first time. Lives in Republic, Missouri. Grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. Sponsored by Inkburst Studios and The Dugout. First offering to Simons is a strike. Slider low. Effective nonetheless. That is swung on. That's down the line into right field, and the Simons fans are loud. Simons going. Cundiff on the horse. Coming in from third. He will score. Simons is safe at third. And the Locos have cut the deficit to 3. 5-2 now. Down in the corner in right field. Colton Simons delivers a big hit. His second of the season comes at a very opportune time. And the Locos trying to keep the merry-go-round going. It'll be Creed Smiley, the catcher. He's sponsored by BJ's Trophy. And Engler's march to history being interrupted by a Republic rally. First pitch is outside. The 1-0 to Smiley. That looked like same pitch, better spot, as that is a called strike, so we're back even 1-1. Smiley might have broken the bat. Nonetheless, that's going to squirt out into center field. Simon scores, and the Locos scoring it continues. It's a ball game. Back to back to back RBI base hits makes it 5-3. So a run batted in for Creed Smiley. And the Locos are marching through the order. This is David Gutierrez hitting in the 6th spot from Managua, Nicaragua. 1 for 4 his rookie season. Engler a little frustrated, missed down with a fastball to make it 1-0. The next pitch is off speed, good block by Spitz, but that was down. Gutierrez ahead 2-0. Runner at first is Smiley for the Locos, who have brought 3 men home this inning. Still trailing by 2. 2-1 the count. Engler comes home. Gutierrez, a hit and run as Smiley was almost to second base. He's going to make it to third. He's going home. Locos going for it, and they have cut it to 1. David Gutierrez, an RBI base hit. He's fired up. You should be. RBI for David Gutierrez. Managua, Nicaragua. 5 para los Suckers. 4 para los Locos. They're having all their fun here in the third. 4 runs and counting. This is the big one. 2 outs on the board. Ravani Rosalia comes to scratch. Swings and chases. So Engler trying to stop it here, allowing the Suckers to walk off with a lead still. But look at Gutierrez. They're going to back pick throw. No, he's safe. Good idea from Brandon Winder and Josh Engler there. But the Locos keep a man in scoring position. That's a game-tying run. Rosalia at the plate represents the go-ahead, and Engler runs him in for a called strike. Ravani bailed out, but he has fallen behind here. 0-2. So 0-2 for Josh Engler. Brings it home. Nope, that's down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Engler out of Missouri Southern State comes set from the belt. Rosalia one-hops this to the second baseman. Winder throws to Chaffin in time. And the Suckers get off the field, but not before the Locos put up a 4 spot, and it's a brand new game. 5-4. Nixa Suckers clinging to the lead. We'll bring you the 4th inning in a minute.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. Whether you're looking to pay bills or make a big purchase, sometimes you need cash quickly to take that next step. A consumer loan might be a perfect option to help you live well, bank well. Sonia McClendon, one of our branch managers, is here to explain.
Thank you, Nicole. We provide personal consumer loans for almost any purpose, from building your credit to financing that new car. We offer competitive rates, and decisions are made locally so we can get you the money that you need quickly. But what makes our consumer loans unique is that personal touch. For example, I recently worked with a customer to secure a loan for a horse trailer. He could have went elsewhere, but he chose to work with his bank because of that personal relationship that we've built with him. Being able to work with your personal banker that you know and trust makes a big difference.
That's right, because we work with our customers to help them live well, bank well. Get started at bankofmissouri.com.
Back to work for the Republic Locos, who are showing some signs of life. 4 runs go on the board in the 3rd inning. It all began with a walk to Brock Robbins, a single by Trent Simpson. Suckers caught what looked to be a break as Joey Hawkins turned an unassisted double play, and then a 2-out rally ensued. RBI base hits for Grant Cundiff, Colton Simons, Creed Smiley, and David Gutierrez result in 4 runs going on the board for Republic, and it is now a 5-4 game. Aaron Sawchak comes to scratch for Nixa, sponsored by Springwater Greenhouse and Landscaping in Marshall, Missouri. He looks at strike one from Dave Allen. Sawchak had an RBI single in the first, so he is now 1 for 4. His rookie campaign. Played high school baseball at Kickapoo and then went to Missouri State University. Did catch on with the baseball team, but it was as the bullpen catcher and as a social media staffer. Stayed at Missouri State, got a master's degree in sports management, and is now the Baseball Bears Chief of Staff. And that is a position you're going to see more and more of at the college level as the landscape of college sports in the United States continues evolving. Grounder to the shortstop. Gutierrez staying down. He will opt not to try the throw. So Sawchak is safe. It is another error charged to the Republic Locos. That's their 5th. So not a good day fielding, to say it mildly, for Republic, and it's not been like it's any one guy. It's been all over the place. Landon Clark comes to bat here. 1 for 1. Pitch got away from Smiley. And Sawchak advances to second base. Those base runners start to become more important now in a 1-run game. Nixa has got to try to find a way to get the foot back on the gas pedal. 4 runs in the first, 1 in the second. They were held scoreless in the third. Clark watches a ball go by here in the 4th inning. It's now 2-0. He's the owner of Elevate Athletics, and he also helps coach a couple of different baseball teams in Stratford, where he is making a go of it. When he makes a nice play, he likes to get the clip, share it on social media, and say to his players, see, here's the right way. He's ahead 3-0 here. Allen missed outside. That's a walk. So 2 men on, nobody out. 10th man in the batting order is Luke Long. Long reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning and then ended up scoring a run on an error. He'd like to do some more. He's sponsored by Air Services, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Catcher for the Locos, Creed Smiley, has a quick word with Dave Allen. Now heads back behind the plate. We'll get Luke Long in the left-handed batter's box and get it going here. Allen's offering is high. So 1-0 for Luke Long. Plays a lot of slow pitch softball, trying to make the transition back to hardball at the age of 24. Swings and chops this one, a foul, first base side. So earlier today, the Branson Showmen were winners, 10-6, defeating the Ozark Mountain Ducks. 2 RBI double in that one from Ozark's Brett Gallion, but it was big play in the 6th off the bat of Harrison Waters. An RBI single was a final run for Branson in that game. Springfield Metropolitans hung on. They were up 6-0 at one point. Wait a minute, this is deep into right field. Ravani Rosalia able to corral it and make the catch for the Mets. Runner Sawchak, the lead runner, will tag and advance to third on the throw. So yeah, 7-6. At one point, the Springfield Metropolitans had a 6-0 lead when the Mavericks came roaring back, 6 runs in the 8th inning. But then, Alex Kelly had a ground rule double, and Jared Fox delivered an RBI single to right field. That made the score 7-6. And the Metropolitans, with the pitching of Kyle Carpenter, held on to get the win. So 7-6. Mets and Showman are both 2-0. So those are going to be your division leaders, regardless of the outcome in this game tonight. So as we head into week 3, Metropolitans lead the North, and the Branson Showmen at 2-0 lead the GRBL South. Allen misses very high. Smiley almost lost his catcher's mask going up for that. Geoff Jiminez bats for Nixa. First and third, one out. So Jiminez, in his final season of college baseball at Nova Southeastern in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, had a .397 OBP, walking 29 times in 46 games. And there's an errant throw on the infield, allowing for the runner Sawchak to come home and score. That makes it 6-4 for the Fish. Strange sequence there. And the tail runner, Landon Clark, made his way to second base. So that's where he stands for Geoff Jiminez, 1-1. That's a wild pitch. Smiley corrals it, but not before Clark advances to third. It has just been a slow grind for the Republic Locos. The train most certainly steaming uphill both ways tonight. 6 errors and counting in this one. Two balls and a strike. Allen rocks and deals, and Jiminez swung over the top. It's 2-2. Geoff Jiminez crowds in about as close as the plate as one can legally be, trying to make that strike zone small. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Allen's payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled off, will do it again. Just taking a look, the air temperature here in Springfield has fallen to 89 degrees. Full count pitch that time is down. Jiminez draws a walk. And he is on for the boss, Joey Hawkins. It'll be first and third for Hawkins. So 89 degrees. Winds are now out of the west-northwest, so a shift has occurred. They were out of the west-southwest for much of the day, but now a little more of a northerly direction, so that's more of a true crosswind, third to first here at Meadow Park. 7 miles per hour, gusting at 17. We have had just a trace amount of precipitation today, and the barometer holding steady at 29.9 inches of mercury, leading me to believe any hopes of precipitation are gone. It's going to be a warm, muggy night as this game continues. 1-1. Hawkins chased big, and then the ball got away from Smiley, so Jiminez, on a delayed takeoff, is going to end up on second base anyway. He is very, very good at making himself a problem child on the base paths. You love that guy when he's on your team. You hate to see him coming when he's on the opposing side. 6-4 our score, 1 out. Joey Hawkins at bat with 2 men in scoring position. Allen's pitch A late lunge from Hawkins, swung on and fouled off. So Joey Bunce took a walk his first plate appearance, reached on a fielder's choice last time. Looking for more here. Another 1-2. That's a breaking pitch high. And Allen, who inherited a tough situation, is gamely hanging in there, trying to make pitches happen. Ran that one way in, and it's 3-2. Deep breath out for Dave Allen. 3-2 payoff pitch. Misses high. And that will load him up. So 3 walks this inning. Bases are loaded, and now time is called. The Locos player manager Chris Mesa is going to go have a talk, and he is going to take the baseball. So that'll be it for Dave Allen. Came on, like I said, inherited a tough situation in the second, got out of a jam, had a good third inning, but that's going to be all she wrote here in inning number 4. The pitcher coming on is Colton Simons for the Republic Locos. We'll step aside, come back, bring you more of this Rapid Roberts pitching change.
Remanufacturing isn't just a process, it's a legacy. From the seasoned hands of our experts to the eager spirit of the new generation, we bridge the gap by bringing together knowledge and innovation. We are one team with diverse experiences. We are moving toward one goal to ensure our future thrives. We are on one mission to pass down wisdom and embrace the new, ensuring the earth flourishes for generations to come. We are CNH Reman.
Is the relief pitcher for the Republic Locos, a right-hander from Republic, Missouri, by way of Las Vegas, Nevada. Colton Simons, sponsored by Inkburst Studios and by The Dugout. So far in 2026, 1 inning, 1 earned run, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. So a little bit of everything in a mixed bag for Colton Simons. 2025 numbers, also as a member of the Locos, 4 1/3 innings, 2 earned runs on 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, a walk, and a hit batsman for a 4.15 ERA. Simons on in relief here, 1 out. So job 1 with the bases loaded is going to be to face Nixa's number 3 hitter, Brock Chaffin. Mission number 2, don't hang anything over the plate that Chaffin can swing and drive out to those pickleball courts here at Meadow Park out in dead center field. And then mission number 3 is get out of the inning. Brock Chaffin comes to scratch. Bases loaded, 2-run ball game, Suckers in front, looking to pad their lead. Simon's first offering to Chaffin is down below the zone. Brock, a GRBL Hall of Famer, 0 for 2 tonight. A strikeout, and he reached on an error. He's ahead 2-0 here. This extremely difficult situation here for Simons, it's got to be said. Coming on in the middle of an inning, bases loaded. And you come warm up, well, a short warm up, and then you're called upon to face Chaffin, who just ripped one down the line, and that is called foul. Just foul. On the outside of the right field line, says the man in charge, Ed Browning. So Ed Browning with the balls and strikes tonight. Roberto Valdez is in the field. 2-1 is the count to Chaffin. Well, his son Henry should probably be thinking about going to bed right now, but he's probably watching this plate appearance, trying to see what Dad can do. Dad looked at a strike, and his body language tells me he was not fond of where the outer half of the zone was deemed to be located. So he'll try again. Here comes Simons on the 2-2. Ooh, swing and a miss. That's a big punchy for Colton Simons, who's not out of the hot water yet, but that helped in a big way. Second time tonight that a Locos reliever has been called to come in with one out and the bases chucked. Dave Allen did it and wiggled out of trouble in the second. Colton Simons trying to do it here in the fourth against Courtney Spitz. Spitz watches that one go by on the inner half for a strike. A somewhat bewildered facial expression for Spitzy, who's back in. Simons comes back, breaking ball outside, 1-1. Here's Colton, winds and deals. That is a no-go to make it 2-1. It's 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, 3 suckers on base, and the big fish, Courtney Spitz, is at the plate. Simons winds and fires. That's a bouncer, 3-1. So the tense situation continues here. Simons takes a deep breath. While he does that, we'll remind you we've got another triple header on tap next Sunday, August 23rd, live at Meadow Park and right here on the Grip and Rip Baseball League YouTube channel, beginning at high noon here in the Central Time Zone. 3-1, swung on, lifted, foul. That's going to get out of play. At high noon, it'll be the Moon City Mavericks taking on these Nixa Suckers. That's a non-divisional game. Then at 3 o'clock, the Republic Locos face the Ozark Mountain Ducks. That one's also non-divisional. And the non-divisional games continue at 6. On baseball night in the Ozarks, we will see the 2-0 Branson Showmen against the 2-0 Springfield Metropolitans. So at the end of the day, August 23rd, one team in the GRBL will be 3-0, dropped third strike. And that ends the inning. Colton Simons bowed his neck and then some. Back-to-back strikeouts after the Nixa Suckers spread the lead from 1 to 2. It is Nixa 6, Republic 4. Bottom of the fourth comes your way next. You're watching Grip and Rip Baseball live and free right here on our YouTube channel. Big thank you to our streaming sponsor, that is Central Bank of the Ozarks. Strong roots, endless possibilities.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank, we do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At OWN, we support projects through every phase, from boundary and topo surveying to geotech, civil site design, utilities, permitting, and more. We get the slope right, the details exact, the deadline met, that's a given. But the real work, it's not on a plan sheet. It's building trust and lasting relationships. That's engineering beyond.
Own Engineering is a partner of Grip and Rip Baseball. Check them out at weareown.com. That's weareown.com.
Well, good news for the Josh Engler fans. He's going back out to the pitcher's mound to work inning number 4. So that means he will be the 3+ designee on the Nixa pitching staff tonight. After he faces Carter Rennie here in the bottom of the 4th, any Nixa reliever who enters the game from that point forward will be limited to a maximum of 3 innings of work. And Josh Engler's career total sits at 199 strikeouts. He's potentially got 2 innings left to try to join Hall of Famers Clay Murphy and Skylar Hinson in the Grip and Rip's 200 career strikeout club. It is extremely rare air. When you only play 7 regular season games a year, it's tough to rack up Ks, but Josh Engler is a player who has done so with heavy payouts throughout what has been a storied career. So the first batter he will face this inning is Carter Rennie, second baseman from Licking, Missouri. Watches an 82-mile-per-hour fastball go outside, ball 1. So Engler already holds the single game record for strikeouts with 13 of them. That came in 2021. Also holds the single season record for Ks with 69. That was also 2021. That was, oddly enough, with the Republic Locos. 2-1. Inner half for Carter Rennie, and another 2-strike count for Josh Engler at 199. The delivery, not that time. It's now 3-2. He's just been teasing us all night. 3-2 payoff. Engler winds and deals. That is swung on, grounded, right side, fielded cleanly by Chaffin, and he steps on the bag to get the out. One of those maybe could have gone foul, but Brock just thought, hey, might as well take the out. Taking the out is usually the good thing to do. So he steps on the bag for the put out. Or no, that was a foul ball. That was the strikeout. And so with that, wow, that was anticlimactic. But Josh Engler has just collected the 200th strikeout of his Grip and Rip Baseball League career, joining the likes of Clay Murphy and Skylar Hinson. They are the only 3 to hit that mark. And the storied career continues for Big Josh. So Rennie retired on strikes. Five strikeouts tonight for Engler. He is now at an even 200 for his career. Chris Mesa falls behind 0-1. Wow, that was a curveball dipping into the zone at 70 miles per hour for a called strike. Mesa thought that was going to run in. Instead, it got over the plate, and there's number 201 right there with authority. 6 on the night. And so that is now 13 on the season. Number 10 man in the order is Brock Robbins. He drew a walk his first time up. construction worker from Republic, Missouri. Can play the middle infield pretty well. But he is in the DH position for the moment. 1-1, breaking ball down. Good plate vision from Robbins. Swing and a miss there, so now it's deuces wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Josh Engler winds and delivers, and he's going to strike out the side in his 4th inning of work tonight. 7 strikeouts on the evening. 6-4 is the score. Nixa Suckers have the lead on the Republic Locos. Inning number 5 comes your way after this quick word from some of our supporters.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. The risk of losing your hard-earned money to scams is real, especially the scammers sending out fake communications. And that's why we're talking to our Director of Fraud Mitigation, Corey Gerstenschlager. He's got some good practices to help keep your money safe.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, often we're seeing that people are being contacted by scammers through text message, phone calls, or emails, posing as legitimate companies or even your bank, trying to persuade you into providing sensitive information like passwords and things of that nature, sometimes even asking you to send them money. If you receive any kind of communication like this and you didn't ask for it, that's a good red flag that it isn't legitimate. So when you have those situations, get an actual number that you trust for that company, call them and verify the accuracy of the information that you're receiving. Good rule of thumb is make sure to check your accounts frequently and report any suspicious activity.
Thanks, Corey. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well.
So Rapid Roberts pitching change for the Republic Locos. In inning number 5, they are going to call upon the old Crane Pirate, Jacob Smith, right-hander from Crane, Missouri, who now resides up the road in Republic. So another local on these Republic Locos, Jay Smith. In the opener, 4 innings, he allowed 3 earned runs on 7 hits, struck out 4 and walked 1. Came into the season with a career ERA of 2.41 across 41 innings of work. But there's more to the story, as Jacob Smith broke into the GRBL in 2019. Played that year with the Cy Sports Cyclones. Then we entered the new Town Ball era for the start of Season 5. He played 2 seasons with Moon City, including a run to the Howard Bell Trophy Championship and a Champagne Splash in 2021. That season, Smith had a 2.16 ERA across 25 innings of work to go with 28 strikeouts. And then Jacob Smith, well, he didn't disappear, he just moved. He went to Colorado. So he was living in Colorado and then ended up, you know, good story, fell in love, got married, ended up back in these Missouri Ozarks. He works at Jack Henry Associates, making financial software. And he found himself back in the GRBL after some years away. So the return of Jacob Smith has been fun. It is 1-1. He is facing Engler for the Suckers. It'll be Engler, Winder, and Lashen this inning, as there's a throw. Smith off the mound gets Josh Engler at first, 1 away. And it is not Brandon Winder, it is in fact Scott Wilson hitting in his stead. So we saw Wilson earlier as a courtesy runner, now he's gonna get some hacks, the farmer from Neosho, Missouri. 1-2 for the campaign with a single and a strikeout. Watched Smith's first offering go by low. It is 1-0. Wilson swings, grounds this one. That will get foul just outside the line, third base side. Gonna hop back in and try some more. This is Scott Wilson back in. We're even up 1-1. Breaking ball into the zone that time. That'll raise up a 2-strike count. So 2 strikes. Jacob Smith with 1 out, trying to get Wilson at the plate. Comes home, and not this time. Oh, so now 1-2. Oh man, I got a special announcement coming up here. Hang in. First, Jacob Smith's got a deal. Swing, and this is in the air left field. Scott Wilson's got a base hit. That's 2 hits in 2 games for the Farmer. And he is on. A single out to left for the Suckers, who lead by 2. Well, hey, this is special. We're, I think, between the innings, going to wish a very happy birthday to Susan Shafer. And if you ever come to see a game here at Meadow Park when the GRBL is in action on Sunday, you know Susan. She is the friendly face, the hospitality pro, welcoming fans. Thousands of fans through the gates over the last 10 years. And Susan is, number 1, a great teammate, but number 2, gosh, just one of the people that helps make this league what it is. So very happy birthday to Susan Shafer, who is about to get sung to, I do believe, at the next changeover. But more pressingly, Dawson Lushan, the Nixa EH, is trying to get something going. He's got a runner on here. He has reached on an error and grounded to second after going 3 for 3 in his GRBL debut a Sunday ago. Smith's next pitch is way up. Smiley did well to stab that. Should note Susan Shafer's son Tommy played in the Grip and Rip League for several seasons. Won a championship with the Henry's Towing High Rollers in 2019, and now her grandson Tripp is actually directing tonight's broadcast and doing a heck of a job. As far as debuts go, he's having himself one. 2-2, late lunge from Dawson Lushan, and he just gets a piece to stay in. I think he's sitting fastball, but that was an off-speed pitch from Smith, and yet Lushan is laughing at that with the Locos catcher Creed Smiley. I think he knows it didn't look good, but I think he's happy to still be in the batter's box right now. So 2-2. Jay Smith nods, sets, deals, runner goes. Lushan goes down on strikes. Wilson's going to steal. It is a strikeout for Jacob Smith. But Wilson is in scoring position with 2 down, and the batter will be Aaron Sawchak. He's got an RBI base hit already tonight. At the time, that made the score 4-0. I'm sure Aaron and the rest of the Suckers were having a lot more fun back when that was happening in the top of the first. But they find themselves close with the Locos 6-4. Smith ran that one in. Started him off speed, 65-mile-per-hour curveball. The thing that makes Jacob Smith tricky is, you know, he does well to disguise his delivery. It looks the same each time. That was a fastball, no doubt, at 80 miles per hour. I will say that. I paid him the compliment, and then that was very evident that he was coming downhill in a hurry. It's 2-0. Smith Looks back, checks the runner Wilson, now comes home. That's a called steer to Sawchak. So Aaron Sawchak, sponsored by Springwater Greenhouse and Landscaping in Marshall, Missouri. Looked at a strike on the outer half, and Jacob Smith has evened it up 2-2. Next offering swung on. This is grounded foul, third base side. We'll set up and do it again. So Aaron Sawchak tonight has reached twice, one on an RBI base hit, and then on an error in the fourth. Locos have committed 6 errors in this game, but they're not out of this thing by any stretch. 6-4, as we have learned over the past couple of weeks. 6-run deficits are overcomable in grip and rip baseball. It just takes one big inning to jump right back into the show. Sawchak grounds this one right side. One hop to Carter Rinney, and the Locos second baseman is able to make the throw successfully to get the out and get the team out of the top of the 5th unscathed. 6-4, Nixa Suckers lead the Republic Locos. The bottom of the 5th is coming at you right after this.
The key to a great toast is who you're with. At Big Whiskey's, we toast to best friend weekends, to birthday wishes, to burgers and wings, to big wins, and to believing in we, with something for everyone, from apps to wraps, salads to steaks. Everything is a big deal at Big Whiskey's. Here's to always being welcome.
This is awesome. Tony Lewis with a big hug for Susan Shafer. She is the GRBL's front gate host each and every Sunday triple hitter. Works tirelessly and is just a great ambassador of grip and rip baseball. And fans are going to sing happy birthday to Susan. But like I said, if you come to the ballpark for GRBL Sundays with any sort of regularity, Susan will greet you. She will learn your name. She'll learn your kids' names. Wow. We're just discovering things. Our PA announcer, Daniel Davis, just laid down a beautiful rendition of Happy Birthday, leading the fans. Congratulations, Susan Shafer. We love you. Please don't go anywhere. So Josh Engler back to work for the Nixa Suckers. He's got a 5th and final inning of eligibility, having collected the 200th strikeout of his career in the previous inning. His career total is now at 202. He needs 18 more to catch Hall of Famer Skylar Hinson. So that's not in the cards tonight, but something to shoot for as this season unfolds. And Josh kind of flipped his last warm-up pitch to the backstop. Suckers have made a change defensively. Courtney Spitz has lifted himself. He's taken a break. Dawson Lushan is going to catch this inning. Other than that, the Suckers are, as they started the game, it's Aaron Sawchak at third, Joey Hawkins at shortstop. Well, take that back. I think they've got a different second baseman out there. They do. That is Landon Clark, and then Brock Chaffin at first. Trent Simpson steps in. Leadoff hitter for the Locos, sponsored by January Social Company. And so Scott Wilson stays on. He's playing left field. Still Jeff Jiminez in center. And I do believe It is still Luke Long in right. So Josh Engler throwing to a new battery mate, the baseball-playing dentist, Dawson Lushan. Simpson swings and chops this one to second. Landon Clark up with it and flips the throw to Brock Chaffin in time. So one down. The batter is Tanner Kellerstrass, 1 for 2 on the night with a triple. That came back in the first. He's sponsored by Martino Training Systems, where he works as a personal trainer. Tanner played college baseball at Oklahoma Wesleyan University. That's in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. A bit of a baseball hotbed. So he's now 3 for 6 on the season. Second year in the league. He was with Moon City and won a championship in 2025. Watched that one go by high and tight. It is 1. Oh, check that. It's 2-1. Appreciate the hand signals there from Ed Browning, our plate umpire for this one. Kellerstrass puts one in the air, right center field. That is back. Geoff Jiminez dives. He caught that. That's unreal. Geoff Jiminez just laid out, and he was already in a full-on slide as he hauled that in, and he just robbed Tanner Kellerstrass of extra bases. That's outstanding. And yeah, a full-fledged hat removal of thanks and congratulations from the pitcher, Josh Engler, at the right time for his center fielder, Geoff Jiminez. That is now back-to-back weeks where the Suckers center fielder has made a highlight reel catch. He had an over-the-shoulder grab a week ago in the opener. And Engler was also on the mound for that. He actually texted me after the game and said, send that to ESPN. The people need to see it. Steerreich thrown to Grant Cundiff, who has fallen behind 0-2. 2 outs on the board, and at 85 miles per hour, Josh Engler looking to close out his pitching performance. The 0-2 to Cundiff, swung on, fouled off. We'll do it again. So Grant Cundiff, sponsored by C&H Industrial Reman. RBI single last time. He is now 3 for 5 on the season with 4 runs batted in. Engler trying to overpower a pretty hot bat right here. Grant did not chase upstairs, so it's 1-2. That's outside. And we are all deuces. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Suckers with a 2-run lead. Engler delivers. That's a breaking pitch at 67, but Cundiff got under it, fouled it off, and stayed in the hunt. So Cundiff back in here on baseball night in the Ozarks. 6th pitch of the plate appearance. Fastball struck him out. So Engler's pitching day ends with a punchy. He finishes the night with 8 of them, allowing 4 earned runs across 5 innings of work. But he will yield to the bullpen with a lead. 6-4. Nixa Suckers out in front after 5. The 6th inning is coming your way next. You're watching Grip and Rib Baseball here on the GRBL YouTube channel. Yes, liking the video is nice, but you know what's nicer than liking? Subscribing. When you hit that subscribe button, you will ensure that you will not miss the action on Sundays. Whenever your favorite team is playing, you will know where to see your favorite team, where to see your favorite player. We got a GRBL kids race underway. A little girl got a head start, so you're allowed 1 false start before a disqualification occurs. Fair play to everyone involved, and here we go, a GRBL kids race in the 5th. We're back in a moment.
The Fuel Forward app is a go. Fuel Forward provides quick and secure payments and everyday savings on fuel at your local Rapid Roberts to keep you moving forward. Download today and save up to 20 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Then save 5 cents per gallon every fill-up after that. Driving just got a whole lot better thanks to the Fuel Forward app at your local Rapid Roberts.
At OWN, we support projects through every phase, from boundary and topo surveying to geotech, civil site design, utilities, permitting, and more. We get the slope right, the details exact, the deadline met, that's a given. But the real work? It's not on a plan sheet. It's building trust and lasting relationships. That's engineering beyond.
Own Engineering is a partner of Grip and Rip Baseball. Check them out at weareown.com. That's weareown.com.
It's a good kids race right there. You had 2 winners, effectively a dead heat at the plate. So you love that. They each get a game-used baseball. And then you had Carter Rennie running with his baby boy on his shoulders. And yeah, St. Louis Cardinals fans have made a big deal out of tarps off. That is shirtless cheering throughout this 2026 season. But yeah, young baby Rennie was tarps off, and rightly so, man. It's still 88 degrees. The sun has gone down, but it's hot. It's muggy. Good night for some tarps off baseball consumption. Jacob Smith on to work inning number 6 for the Locos. And the assignment is simple. Keep the deficit as it is, 6-4. And give Republic a chance to continue trying to claw back in this one, trailing the Suckers by a pair. Easier said than done in the GRBL, where runs have been going up on that scoreboard in bunches thus far here in Season 11. So Landon Clark bats in the 9 spot. 1 for 1 tonight with a single and a walk. Looked at a strike from Jacob Smith. Next pitch bounced, then that looked like caromed off of the catcher Creed Smiley's shin guard. So back to the screen it went, and we are now evened up 1-1. Smith comes back, fastball low. So 2-1 to Landon Clark. The delivery results in a swing and a miss that time, and we're back even. Suckers trying to get back around to the top of the order, where some of the big bats are hanging out. 2-2 check swing, and we are full. Locos tried to appeal, but the Baseball Court of Appeals did not grant a hearing. Just some lawyer humor for those of you who get that. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on things you heard a baseball announcer say. Clark goes down on strikes at the hands of Jacob Smith. 2 strikeouts. While we're at it, we will say a big thank you to the sponsor of our live streaming coverage throughout GRBL Season 11, a longtime supporter of our game, Central Bank of the Ozarks, strong roots, endless possibilities. So Clark is retired. This is Landon Parker pinch hitting in the 10 spot. 22-year-old rookie from Carthage, Missouri. He is sponsored by TP Ranch in Carthage. 1 for 2 a week ago with 2 runs batted in. Swung on and missed there. So he went to Mission University in Springfield, Missouri for 4 years, used primarily as a defensive replacement, but did appear in 15 games his final season. This is up the middle. Gutierrez took flight but did not come down with it. Base hit for Landon Parker. And he continues to hit well. 2 hits in 2 games for this rookie from Carthage, Missouri. Single into center field. And Gutierrez went up fully extended, did everything he could think to do to try to rob Landon Parker of the hit there. But Parker is aboard. Jeff Jiminez bats. And Parker's got some speed. He may time up Jay Smith on this first offering and then think about going afterwards. 0-1 to Jeff Jiminez. He has walked twice, also has an infield single. So good night for the on-base percentage. 3 walks now for Jeff Jiminez in a couple of games. He just gets on. It is 2-0. Clearly, Jeff Jiminez has seen Moneyball. 2-0, make it 3-0. Suckers trying to pad what is presently a 2-run advantage. And this is a speedy part of the order. "3-0. That is a strike called. So 3-1. Suckers just, it is all business down in that first base dugout. Helmets on, batting gloves on. Boys are thinking about trying to add to the lead, and that's going to drop in. Jeff Jiminez dropped one in front of the Locos right fielder. I don't think Rosalia saw that well, but Jiminez also had some significant slicing action on that thing. It's going to be scored E9. Probably could have gone either way. Nonetheless, Jiminez is on, so as we say, he gets on base. 2 men on. The batter is Joey Hawkins, GRBL newcomer from Whitby, Ontario, Canada. No doubt the baseball pride of the Sinclair Secondary School. Looks at a strike. He was drafted by the Kansas City Royals in 2011, but stayed at Missouri State University, drafted again by the St. Louis Cardinals in 2015. Immediately started in the Gulf Coast League. That is hammered to the gap in right center field. 2 bounces, and it is to the deep part of the ballpark. Hawkins will stand at second base, but the lead runner, Landon Parker, comes all the way around. He scores. It is now a 3-run game, 7-4 for the Nixa Suckers. GRBL Commissioner Tony Lewis is with us. Tony, how about the hit for, you can't really call him a rookie, but the new guy, Joey Hawkins there?
I was just down there, and I was saying, hey man, you need to stop walking. He's like, man, I just want to strike. All I want to do in this league right now is hit a gapper. And that's exactly what he just did.
Spoke it into existence, perhaps, and that's Jacob Smith is not a slouch.
No, Jacob's got a great fastball. I don't know if you knew this, Rance, that Joey was an IBLer. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
he do that? I knew he played in the Northwoods at Thunder Bay, but
no, he was in the IBL.
He was in the IBL as well?
He knew all about the Maple Leafs. He played for a team out of Ottawa, I believe.
Okay.
But yeah, I told him, hey, you know, the impetus of the GRBL is actually, a lot of it is the IBL.
You know, what's funny is that IBL format is not quite a thing anymore. It's now the Canadian Baseball League, and they're a full-fledged independent minor pro organization. So they are putting both the funding and the effort into making that as full-time professional baseball venture, the CBL.
Well, we've got Missouri State all over for the Suckers right now. You got Geoff Jiminez, who is their assistant coach, third base coach. You got head coach Joey there. Then you also have one of Joey's teammates back in the day at Missouri State and GRBL Hall of Famer Brock Chaffin. He has been swinging it great all day, just hadn't got a break.
Watches that one go by outside. Yeah, Chaffin and Hawkins would have had one season effectively that overlapped, and that would have been 2012. It would have been Brock's senior year. Joey was just a young man then. It's before he went on to become Joey Bunts.
That's right.
That was back when Twitter was fun. There was a Twitter account called Did Joey Bunt Today? And all it did was tell you whether or not Joey Bunts laid down a bunt in Missouri State's baseball game. It was fun.
I did not know
It was
that.
a great follow, man. I had a great time following the Joey Bunts Twitter. Again, Twitter was fun then. Twitter's not, well, Twitter doesn't exist. But
yes.
It's not fun anymore. It's all business. 2-1. Jacob Smith, after a little chat with his catcher Creed Smiley, comes home. Got Chaffin with some gas there.
This is Brock's first game, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So he's been playing a little bit of summer ball here and there, but yeah, this is first time seeing some old pals back in a GRBL batter's box.
Good block, Creed.
Yep, Creed is working hard tonight, no doubt. So Chaffin is 0 for 3 on the evening. Reached on an error in the second. And got a couple of times, once by old Fruit Snacks and once by Colton Simons. So the count is full. Runners on second and third, one out. Opportunity knocking at the door. Chaffin grounds this one. That's going to get through on the left side.
Oh, he's coming.
Yep, Hawkins trying to go second to
shit.
home. Oh no, Hawkins comes up limping, but he will score in spite of a slow walk. And Hawkins holding left glute, maybe left hamstring. That is a limp.
That's a hammy.
Oh goodness. So Chaffin does drive home 2 runs, but at what cost? 2 RBI base hit for him. So 9-4 is the score now. Nixa Suckers pad their lead out to 5. Courtney Spitz bats, but more pressingly, the Nixa Suckers have got to figure out what's going on with their shortstop.
They got to get ice on that immediately.
They're going to need to do that quickly. And so, yeah, probably some changes afoot. First
you hate to see
RBI for Joey Hawkins, and then
double in the gap, and then Brock gets his first hit of the GRBL to score 2
yeah,
runs.
a couple of RBIs, and then a guy comes up limping. Just rough.
You need to make sure that they have some bags down there. I'm going to go check on it.
Sounds good. That's Tony Lewis, GRBL commissioner. He is all over the place, including intermittently hopping in to watch the action with the headset on. Chaffin takes off on Jacob Smith in a tremendous jump. He's going to steal second base standing up. And yes, Brock's a big fella, but Brock can run and Brock can steal bases. He's very good at timing pitchers, and we saw him do it beautifully there against Jacob Smith. All right, a quick apology for some of the exaltation language you may have heard go out over the open microphone a moment ago. So 3-1 the count now to Courtney Spitz. Runner on second is Chaffin, still 1 out. Smiley blocks, and it is a walk. So Locos just having one of those nights, and it seems like sometimes the one of those nights things gets contagious. I mean, 7 errors go up on the board. I was looking down here. 5, 6. That is now the 7th time a Nixa batter has walked, and we are still in the 6th inning. That is, simply put, too many free passes. Breaking ball into the zone to Josh Engler. So first and second, still 1 out. Josh would like to get himself an RBI here. He would also like to be careful not to ground into something. 0-1 misses low. So counts back even 1-1. We'll try to get you an update on the Nixa shortstop, Joey Hawkins. A little bit later in this one as Engler hammers one into the night sky into center field. Simpson is there. He makes the catch for the second out. So a well-struck ball, but just in a spot where Simpson was able to track it well. So 2 gone. Scott Wilson is due up here for the Fish. They now lead 9-4. 3 runs on the board this inning. RBI base hits for Joey Hawkins and Brock Chaffin. Scott Wilson is 1 for 1 on the evening with a single. He is 2 for 3 on the season. A 36-year-old farm manager who now resides in Miller, Missouri. He's originally from Neosho, down in the southwest corner of the state. Scott Wilson played his high school ball for the Neosho Wildcats. Swings and skies this one. That's going to be way up there, but it is manageable for the third baseman, Tanner Kellerstrass, who hangs on, makes the catch, and that ends the top of the 6th. So 3 runs for the Suckers in the 6th inning on 3 hits and an error by the Locos. 9-4 is our score. Bottom of the 6th comes your way next. You're watching Grip and Rip Baseball live and free all season long right here on our YouTube channel.
At Inkburst Studios, we create custom apparel with unmatched quality and craftsmanship. We specialize in premium DTF printing that melts seamlessly into any fabric, delivering vibrant color, incredible durability, and a smooth, soft finish that looks as good as it feels. Bold prints, superior quality, built with purpose. InkburstStudios.com.
At OWN, we support projects through every phase, from boundary and topo surveying to geotech, civil site design, utilities, permitting, and more. We get the slope right, the details exact, the deadline met, that's a given. But the real work, it's not on a plan sheet. It's building trust and lasting relationships. That's engineering beyond.
Own Engineering is a partner of Grip and Rip Baseball. Check them out at weareown.com. That's weareown.com.
It is a Rapid Roberts pitching change for the Nixa Suckers as Josh Engler went the maximum allowable. 5 innings. Collected the 200th strikeout of his career along the way, but now he must give way. And so the reliever on for the Fish is a right-hander from Springfield, Missouri, who now resides northeast of the city in Strafford, Missouri. It's Landon Clark. So Clark in 2025 made a couple of relief appearances for the Suckers. Saw some action in the preseason, but he is making his first pitching appearance of 2026 right here, right now. This may stir up some controversy, but Landon Clark, when is talking about what makes him an interesting guy, said he will very firmly and very directly take the stance that the greatest science fiction series of all time is Star Wars. So take that, those of you who prefer something that is not Star Wars. Landon Clark for the good of the Rebel Alliance, facing Colton Simons here, sponsored by Inkburst Studios and The Dugout. 1-0, make it 2-0. Dawson Lushan stays in at the catcher position. Josh Engler has gone to third base. And Nixa has indeed changed shortstops. That is Aaron Sawchak in there. They are using Courtney Spitz at second base, still Brock Chaffin at first. So Joey Hawkins' night may be done after he limped across home plate in the top part of this inning. It's a walk to Colton Simons to get us going here in the bottom of the 6th. And looking out in the outfield, Suckers going with Scott Wilson in left. It's still Jeff Jiminez in center, and it's Landon Parker in right. So Creed Smiley looked at strike one. Locos catcher. He has been working hard tonight, sponsored by BJ's Trophy. Creed this evening 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Struck out looking first time, but this is his first look at Landon Clark. This is swung on, grounded to the shortstop. Throw is going to be offline. Chaffin got it corralled, but that will be Creed Smiley reaching safely. So he is aboard, and it is first and second. David Gutierrez comes up for the Locos. He's their shortstop. Ball got away from the catcher Dawson Lushan, enough for the runners to advance. And they are scoring that as an infield single for Creed Smiley, so I'm sure he'll take that gladly. One and 0 to Gutierrez. Tell you what, Landon Clark kind of varies up the arm slot. That was more of a true sidearm. Suckers with a lefty up in the bullpen. That's Jake Oliva. One of two rookies, the Oliva brothers from Puerto Cortez, Honduras. 2-0. Nope. That was a 3-0. Correction, that's a walk. So it goes walk, infield, single, walk. Opportunity knocking for Ravani Rosalia of the Locos. 5-run ball game as we welcome Tony Lewis back into the broadcast booth, but a big opportunity here for Ravani Rosalia from Willemstad, Curacao.
Yep, one of the players, one of the 8 countries represented in our league, right?
That is correct. Getting a big taste of that in this game as Gutierrez from Managua, Nicaragua drew that walk, and now you've got the second-year man from the island of Curacao. 0-1, that is slapped foul. Ravani is one of the most interesting dudes out here. Lives in Ozark, Missouri, is a farmer, grows produce, about 600 plants, but he's a former minister. His degree is actually in music ministry. He's born in Curacao, but then lived in the Dominican Republic for a good portion of his formidable years. So he speaks 3 languages, Dutch, Spanish, English.
Wow. And he's just the nicest guy.
Absolutely. After
On top of all that.
After all that, somehow he's also an incredibly nice person. It's unbelievable. We'll thank his sponsor, Millsap Farms, for making it possible for Ravani to play with us on GRBL Sundays. Here comes the 0-2.
Good eye, Ravani.
And probably, I would say, several of Ravani's family members are helping him out running the farm when he's out here playing, because the farm life never sleeps. And it does not take Sundays off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Oh, that ran way in, and Rosalia bails out.
Maybe needed to lean into that one.
Well, so here's the, Ravani, I've watched, he stayed in as late, I think, as he conceivably could, because Josh Engler got him earlier on the night with a front door slider. He bailed out and watched the ball go into the zone, so it seemed like maybe he was just bound and determined that he was not going to get out of the way of the pitch. But yeah, Landon Clark absolutely zipped that one inside, and it's full up now, 3-2.
Good for Ravani for working a full load, too.
Big opportunity here with the bases chucked. Ooh, a late lunge at what would have been strike 3, and he fouls it back to the screen, stays in. This is fun. This is what you sign up for right here.
Like we always say, sound like a broken record. No lead is safe.
No, sir.
In the GRBL.
That's been proven thoroughly. And this is just the 6th game of the season. That is inside, and Rosalia got tied up, but he was able to ground it foul to his own on-deck circle where Carter Rennie is hanging out.
Is this the first reliever for the Suckers after Engler?
This is, yes. Landon Clark. Engler went the maximum allotted 5 before he had to give way. That 3-2, Rosalia thought he walked. No, you didn't. Says Edward Browning. Ravani still thought he walked, and he's called out. I think we're going to see that nicest guy in the league thing perhaps get tested here. Oh boy, he's not loving it. Mesa saying he wants to chat with the umpire, and he's got to be careful not to argue balls and strikes. So he's not, maybe not doing that. I don't know. That's an animated discussion right there. Ed Browning going back behind the plate. Rosalia is out. That's just 1 gone, so it is still a jammy situation for Landon Clark and the Nixa Suckers. The batter here is Carter Rennie. Walk and a strikeout tonight. Slaps this one foul off the Suckers dugout. Simon's the lead runner for the Locos at 3rd. As Rennie looks at a strike. Smiley the runner at 2nd. It's Gutierrez at 1st.
Locos have got to do some damage right here.
Yep, down by 5. I mean, you don't have to get, mathematically you can't get all 5 back, but you can certainly get something. Bases loaded, 1 out. You just can't afford to come away empty-handed on what has been a game full of mistakes and calamity for this Republic club. 7 errors up on that board. They've also issued too many free passes, but still not out of the hunt just yet. Rennie lunged late, just touched it, and we stay 1-2. Clark comes set. That one runs outside. With that sidearm slot he's got, the ball is going to have a lot of run away from right-handed hitters. It's tough to see when you're the batter. It's tough to see when you're the catcher, for that matter. You can see Dawson Lushan is working hard back there. That was on the inner half of the plate. Rennie slaps it into right. Landon Parker is there. He makes the catch for the Suckers. Simons tags up and scores. And the Locos chop away. Oh, they've got themselves. Did we mention calamity? That's happening on the base paths. And now they're going to focus on the tail runner. That's Gutierrez.
Go run.
Yeah, I got to keep the run going. Now it's the pitcher. Landon Clark is going to cover the bag at first. Gutierrez is going to be out. But that does advance Creed. Oh, no, it doesn't. That was the 3rd out of the inning, and so that's how it goes. Some miscommunication between the 2 runners there, Creed Smiley and David Gutierrez. Locos get just 1 run back out of that situation. Sack fly, and then a run down, some heads-up stuff. At first, when Dawson Lushan made the break to go after Gutierrez, I thought, oh boy, what are you doing? But that ended up paying dividends for the Suckers. And so, 9-5 is the score. Nixa maintaining an advantage. It is 4 runs. We head to the stretch inning. It's coming up next, right after this.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or at any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Jacob Smith back out for the Republic Locos. They put 1 on the board in the bottom of the 6th. Stranded a couple as well. 9-5 is the score. The Nixa Suckers out in front. That big, well, back the first inning was a big one for Nixa. He had a sacrifice fly for Courtney Spitz. A run came home on an error. And then an RBI single off the bat of Aaron Sawchak. Nixa scored another run by way of a Locos miscue in the 2nd. Another run came home unearned by way of the error in the 4th. And then it was Joey Hawkins. A 2 RBI double. Or check that, a single RBI double in inning number 6. And then Brock Chaffin, a 2 RBI single, made it 9-4. Update on Joey Hawkins for you Missouri State and or Ontario-based baseball fans. Got a hamstring injury, the extent of which we don't know, but he's getting looked at by longtime athletic trainer Steve Sawchak. Handy when you have a guy like that just hanging out watching the game, isn't it, Tony Lewis?
Oh, yeah.
So he's looking at Joey, hamstring injury, you know, not sure the extent, but I would say he's not coming back into this game.
Say
not tonight.
No, Steve and Jim Pinkowski, who's the head trainer over, they've looked at probably a couple of my hammies that I've blown. But as soon as I saw Joey turn third, I knew he's grabbing that right hamstring. That is just extremely unfortunate. Won't really know the extent until the next couple of days, but that's probably definitely a 2-week injury there for sure.
Take the old wait and see. 1-1. When you only play 1 day a week, strange things happen. You know, I've given up trying to determine the extent of injuries by eyeball a long time ago. Sometimes I've thought, oh gosh, like that guy's career is over, and then he's back out there playing the next week. And then sometimes I'll say, oh, that doesn't look so bad, and then it turns out, yeah, it was real bad. So
yeah,
you just never know. Certainly wish him well. Hope the rookie campaign will continue with minimal interruption. So 2-2 to Dawson Lushan. Jake Smith comes home. Lushan took a late swipe at it. Fouled it off to stay in.
May have to think about a time limit here, you know.
Well, so we started at 6:36. It is now 9:07.
So with a couple of the games, took us a little bit longer to set up the kids' home run derby, the kids' race. So probably give them another 10 minutes on top of that. So we're probably around 9:30ish to where we kind of need to start considering the rules.
Saying enough's enough. Lushan grounds this one. 3 hops to the shortstop. Gutierrez fires. It got there, but it brought the first baseman off the bag, and the troubles on the infield continue for Republic in this ball game. As the Nixa catcher is on. Aaron Sawchak comes up. He's got a hit and an RBI tonight. 1 for 3 on the evening. Aaron Sawchak, sponsored by Springwater Greenhouse and Landscaping in Marshall, Missouri. And now time is called before Smith throws something. We're going to get a courtesy runner for the catcher. Indeed, that's going to be the move.
Luke Long, I believe.
Yep. Sorry, Tony, I was letting you sufficiently choke on your soda pop there before I asked you to say anything. Yeah, Luke Long. Ooh. Oh, Sawchak showed bunt, pulled it back, and then he just wore it.
He may have to have his dad look at him.
Yeah, gosh, you know, when you're, it's all fun, you know, right? You're playing baseball, you're winning the game, and then when you start to have the little nicks and scrapes pile up, suddenly it's not as fun. So it's a pinch hitter. This is Jake Oliva, one of 2 brothers from Puerto Cortes, Honduras. Jake, the younger brother, 22 years old.
Does the other Oliva, does he play
That's
for
Nick.
the Suckers too?
He does. So Nick Oliva is right-handed. Jake Oliva is left-handed.
Okay.
That's the quick and easy way to tell them apart.
There you go.
But Jake Oliva 1 for 1 his rookie season with a double. Favorite food, a traditional Honduran dish called the baleada. I would eat that. When I looked it up after I read through his player info, I said, yeah, I could crush several of those.
What was it?
It's called the baleada. Well, I mean, the closest thing I could relate it to would be like a fajita quesadilla type dish.
Ooh, okay.
So just basically you put a lot of good stuff inside a tortilla, fold it in half, and chow down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get down with that.
A lot with the same Hispanic food combinations.
Right. It's just, well, it's not a question of like, you know, what you do exactly. It's more in the finesse, the different spice combinations. But
it seems to be a different one each time. But you're combining really great things.
Yes, put a bunch of good stuff in a tortilla and eat it.
Meat, cheese, some type of vegetable.
Some vegetables, right? It's not just.
I think there's a Jim Gaffigan.
Get it sizzling.
Ooh, good swing,
matter. Indeed.
And we are liquidating some Conference USA baseball.
Goodness sakes, they've been flying. Poor Bank of Missouri is going to run out of quarters by the end of the night.
Oh, geez, yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Jacob Smith with 2 runners on for the Suckers, nobody out. Wow. Got him looking, goodness sakes. It was a good AB, making an unfortunate ending there. Fortunate if you're Jacob Smith, certainly.
Yeah.
1 down. And that will bring up Landon Parker. He is the Nixa right fielder. Rookie sponsored by the TP Ranch in Carthage, Missouri.
Oh, I was going to ask you where Marshall, Missouri was.
That is up north. So you drive up on 65 and you keep going past Sedalia. You go north, that is where Missouri Valley College is located. That is also the hometown of Hall of Fame announcer Art Haynes.
Wow, okay. All right.
They do not have a Home of Art Haynes sign when you drive into Marshall. I was disappointed to learn that when I rolled into town, but
well, they should.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Centerstone actually has, we work there. We have offices on the campus at Missouri Valley.
Oh,
swing and a miss by Parker.
Is another guy who's really excited to be in the league, a GRBL
yes,
rookie.
He is.
He's always very thankful, just another kind person, a guy that you root for.
Yeah, well, he's off to a hot start. I mean, he's combined 2 for 3 with 2 runs batted in. That's in the air to center field, and that is down in front of the Locos center fielder, Trent Simpson. Yeah, Locos, no, they do not send it. Luke Long is going to retreat. His half-brother Creed Smiley fires to third, and then, Long.
I thought he was grabbing his hand.
Well, he did. He grabbed his rear end as he slid head first. Some gymnastics there, but he got back safe. Speaking of Missouri Valley College, that's where the guy who made the play in center field went, Trent Simpson. So he knows his Marshall, Missouri.
Uh-oh, dangerous hitter up.
Base is chucked. Back to the top of the order we go. Landon Parker, by the way, 2 for 2 on the evening, and Geoff Jiminez. This time, a walk does no good. Jiminez looking for more. 1 for 2 this evening with a pair of walks. Just love watching this guy run the bases. He is a force. So 2 for 6 is Jiminez. He has already drawn 3 walks in his first 2 grip and rip games. Watches a Jacob Smith fastball go by low. 2-0. They're in on the corners for the Locos with 1 out. Base is juiced. Smith's pitch swung on, fouled back to the screen.
Man, Jiminez, I remember his catch this game. Man, we've seen some great catches all day today.
That was, I mean, Geoff had a great catch last week as well, over the shoulder in center field on the run. Guy at 33 years old basically said, I'm playing baseball again, and I'm going to squeeze every conceivable ounce of juice out of this.
Oh, he was definitely the guy cheering Joey to get this. He was trying to convince him last couple of years.
Fastball, and Jiminez walks again. Goodness sakes, the 3rd time tonight Geoff Jiminez, the Nixa leadoff man, has drawn a walk. And that walks in a run. It is now 10-5. Suckers into double figures. And it does not get any easier if you are Jacob Smith. This is Brock Chaffin. Last time up, he had a 2 RBI single. And now wait a minute. This is out of sequence. Jiminez was the leadoff man. Chaffin's the number 3 guy.
They motion to go ahead and give
oh,
it
just
out.
chalk up the out.
Wow,
okay.
Yeah.
So an out in the Joey Hawkins place. So now it's Chaffin batting. Okay.
Is it that they're out of players?
Are they out of subs? Yeah.
Subs? Okay.
That may be it. Because yeah, they entered Jake Oliva.
So they just forfeited the spot.
Yeah, they just gave up a free out. That's tough.
Is that the first time in GRBL history that has happened?
Oh, that's the first time a team has done it the honest way. I have seen cases where like a guy just go. I thought that's what they were doing. Honestly, I thought old Spitz was getting slick, but no, that was honesty on the part of the Suckers. And hats off, man, sportsmanship. Chaffin drives this one. It gets into center field. That's going to score at least 1. They're going to go for 2. Throw coming home, not in time. A 2 RBI base hit for Brock Chaffin. Well, his night started off slowly. Strikeout, reached on an error strikeout, and since then, back-to-back 2 RBI base hits. So he is now 2 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Don't call it a comeback. 12-5. Here is Spitzy. Swing and a miss there. And Spitz caught Jacob Smith. Now granted, that was back in 2019, so it's been a while before he's seen his stuff. But he's at least got a semblance of what it does. This is grounded right side. Carter Rennie, the second baseman, up with it. Makes a nice smooth throw. That is the 3rd and final out. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. But the Nixa Suckers do more damage. 3 runs go on the board in the top of the stretch inning. And they now lead it 7-5. Speaking of stretching, the 7th inning stretch brought to you by Centerstone, the parent company of Burl Behavioral Health, providing quality behavioral health care, changing lives for the better.
Take a breath. Here's your Be Well moment with Burl Behavioral Health.
In a world that requires us to be in constant motion, we can focus on moving our bodies in ways that restore us instead of deplete us. Let's listen to our bodies and briefly stretch in ways that fit what we need. Take a deep inhale and a long exhale out as you gently stretch your neck, your shoulders, or your arms. We deserve to build physical rest into our daily routines.
For more wellness, visit BeWellCommunity.org.
It is a Rapid Roberts pitching change for the Nixa Suckers. They bring on a relief pitcher, a rookie from Puerto Cortez, Honduras. It is Jake Oliva, left-hander. So Oliva debuted last week, did not pitch. He did make a pitching appearance in the GRBL preseason jamboree. Looked decent. We'll see what he does now that the lights are on here in prime time, and he's pitching from the advantageous position of protecting a 7-run lead. Dawson Lushin is the catcher. Suckers are right now waiting for Josh Engler to come out and play third base. It'll be Engler at third, Aaron Sawchak at short, Courtney Spitz is the second baseman, Brock Chaffin at first. Outfield still looks like Wilson, Jiminez, and Landon Parker. So Chris Mesa comes to scratch for the Locos here in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Mesa, Brock Robbins, and Trent Simpson. 12-5, Locos have got some digging to do. Mesa watches that one go by outside from Jake Oliva. Oliva working from the third base side of the rubber. Brings home a breaking pitch for a swinging strike, 67 miles per hour. That had some movement laterally. Oliva sets and deals. Another 12-6 curve, that time on the outer half. So he goes in, then back out. Same pitch, different spots, same result, a strike. It is now 1-2. Oliva working with Dawson Lushin. Both of these men rookies in the grip and rip. That pitch goes outside. Took even more off that time. And Oliva even 2-2 with Mesa. Comes back, fanned him, swing and a miss. When it's not your night, it's not your night. And that would appear to be the case for some of the Locos this evening. Brock Robbins comes up here. He is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. Construction worker wears number 9, told us his hobby, saying slang words in a cringy way to irritate his kids. Sounds a lot better than my hobby, which is saying cringy words on the live stream to irritate everyone watching. Breaking ball in to Robbins. 1-0. Locos fans sticking around, though they are a little more subdued, with the margin being what it is, 12-5. Robbins slaps this one into right. That's a base hit. Brock Robbins. The first hit of his grip and rip career is a nice piece out to right field. And that single may start something for the Railmen. Back to the top of the order they go. Trent Simpson is 1 for 3 on the evening, sponsored by January Social Company. And as we mentioned earlier, yes, went to Missouri Valley College. He is a Waynesville, Missouri native. Played college ball in Marshall, now works as a home loan officer. 41 hits in a grip and rip career that began with a record-setting campaign, 16 hits as a rookie in 2022, won Rookie of the Year, and was a finalist for the MVP award on top of that. Now has a share of the record for base hits as a rookie. Trey Turner also got 16 his first time out. He's ahead 2-0. That wild pitch allowed Robbins to advance. Bottom of the 7th. Locos really running low on chances as this game approaches the 2-hour 45-minute mark. So I suspect, given that a couple of the between the innings games ran a little longer than usual, league brass is going to give these guys a wide berth. Try to let them play the 8th, but my suspicion is that we're going to play an 8th inning and we probably will not play a 9th. We're going to call it at the limit at that point if the score remains as it is presently. If the Locos come roaring back here, who knows what we're going to do. As Trent Simpson finds himself with the count even 2-2. Oliva, breaking ball, no. That's up and out of the zone. And I see the Grip and Rip commissioner, Tony Lewis, down there in front of the Suckers dugout. So, I mean, they may call it at the end of the 7th. I don't know. 1 out, 3-2. Oliva comes home. Fastball. Simpson lifts this one in the air left field. Wilson is there. Scott Wilson hangs on for the Suckers. That retires Trent Simpson. 2 away. Tanner Kellerstrass is the Republic batter. He's sponsored by Martino Training Systems. So runner on second is Brock Robbins. Kellerstrass, the batter, looks at a 62 mile per hour breaking pitch for a strike. So Jake Oliva got a strikeout, gave up the single to Robbins, came back, got Simpson to fly out. Settling in and having a nice outing here. This is grounded to the shortstop. Sawchak one-hopped the throw. Chaffin did not hang on, I don't believe, and the runner's going to be safe. Heads-up stuff from Brock Robbins, pulling the robbery, and he scores for the Locos. And indeed, they do call Tanner Kellerstrass safe at first. Chaffin having words. But TK helping the Locos out. That will extend the festivities here. So 12-6 our score. Suckers on top. Oh, and that hit him. Grant Cundiff just took one off his front leg. He is aboard the hard way with Colton Simons coming up now. We'll thank Grant Cundiff's sponsor, C&H Industrial Reman. We'll also thank Simon's sponsors, The Dugout and Inkburst Studios. First and second for Colton. 1 for 2 with an RBI single tonight and a walk. So 2 for 5 all told here in GRBL Season 11. Oliva's pitch, breaking ball, 69 miles per hour, swing and a miss. That was nice. Oliva's next offering, another breaking pitch. That's on the inner half. Simon's not loving it, but he is very quickly down 0-2. So the rookie Jake Oliva, he's worked himself ahead pretty well throughout this inning. As far as pitching debuts go, this one's not bad. 0-2. Simons reaches out, taps it to the second baseman. They will power feed that. That's Courtney Spitz getting the ball to Aaron Sawchak. That is the third out of the inning. And now we will wait and see if that's going to be it or if we will play an eighth. Step aside as we try to figure it out.
At Central Bank, we've brought the home loan process closer to home. All of our lending decisions are made locally, right here in your community, so you get quick answers and loans that are tailored to meet your needs. So whether you're just starting your home buying journey or well on your way, Central Bank can help turn possibilities into realities. Apply online at centralbank.net or any of our convenient locations. Central Bank. We do banking better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
That is indeed the ball game. Time limit has been reached. 12-6. Your final score. The Nixa Suckers defeat the Republic Locos. 7 innings. Our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the game. Well, what do you do when you can't make the decision? You cop out. We're going to have 2 players share it. So 2 Elite Promotions Elite Performers of the game. We're going to go with Josh Engler for collecting his 200th career strikeout. 8 Ks. For him on the evening, and then we will also recognize the Nixa first baseman Brock Chaffin, a total of 4 RBIs this evening. So Brock Chaffin and Josh Engler, your Elite Promotions Elite Performers of the game. Nixa wins this thing 12-6. So the Suckers go to 1-1. And I'm doing some live standing updates here. The Locos fall to 0-2. They have now scored a total of 10 runs. They have conceded 23 this season. So the Nixa Suckers get a win. They improve to 1-1. And they are effectively tied with the Ozark Mountain Ducks for second place in the GRBL South Division. So earlier today, it was the Springfield Metropolitans picking up a 7-6 victory, hanging on with an RBI base hit off the bat of Hall of Famer Jared Fox in the top of the 9th inning. So with that 7-6 victory over the Mavericks, the Metropolitans improve to 2-0. They are first place in the GRBL North. The Moon City Mavericks fall to 0-2. They are presently in P2. Alongside these Republic Locos, they also fall to 0-2. If you had to go to a tie-breaking criteria, it would be fewest runs allowed, and the Moon City Mavericks have an 8-run advantage there, but got a lot of baseball left before we start talking about that with too much thorough detail. Very early in the day, it was the Branson Showmen, 10-6 victors over the Ozark Mountain Ducks. So in the GRBL South, it is the Showmen at 2-0 with wins over Nixa and Ozark in first place. Both the Mountain Ducks and the Suckers are now 1-1. They have not played each other yet. So we will just kind of hang out, wait and see what's going on there. Next week, Sunday, August 23rd, it is a slate of non-divisional games on a triple header from Mark Worley Field at Meadow Park. It will begin at high noon as the Moon City Mavericks take on the Nixa Suckers. Both of those clubs looking for a victory, to say it mildly. At 3 o'clock, the Republic Locos will face the Ozark Mountain Ducks. And then at 6 p.m. on Baseball Night in the Ozarks, it'll be the 2 unbeatens, the Branson Showmen at 2-0, the Springfield Metropolitans at 2-0. So the 2 divisional leaders are going to go at it next Sunday night right here in prime time. And if you can't be here at Meadow Park to see that go down, you can be here on the GRBL YouTube channel. If you haven't already, please give that subscribe button a click. So we will step aside, come back, and talk a little baseball. Josh Engler is next on the postgame show right after this word.
I'm Nicole Cartmel with the Bank of Missouri. If you're in the market for a new home, you're probably spending a lot of time looking at real estate listings. But there's one main thing you need to do to narrow down your search. Get pre-qualified for a home loan. Mortgage loan officer Shannon Meissner is here. How does this help you to live well, bank well?
Getting pre-qualified for a mortgage loan is definitely your first step. Pre-qualification allows you to determine early on how much money you can borrow to purchase a home in connection with your monthly budget. This way you know what homes to be watching the market for. We have lots of different loan options to fit everyone's unique needs. This way we can help you accomplish your homeownership dreams and goals. And the best part about pre-qualification is there's no cost. It's quick, easy, and it makes you a smart buyer.
Thanks, Shannon. And of course, our mortgage loan officers like you are here to help you every step of the way. At the Bank of Missouri, we help you live well, bank well. The Bank of Missouri is an equal housing lender.
At OWN, we support projects through every phase, from boundary and topo surveying to geotech, civil site design, utilities, permitting, and more. We get the slope right, the details exact, the deadline met, that's a given. But the real work, it's not on a plan sheet. It's building trust and lasting relationships. That's engineering beyond.
Own Engineering is a partner of Grip and Rip Baseball. Check them out at weareown.com. That's weareown.com.
Rance Burger back with you live at Meadow Park. Post-game coverage brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks. Strong roots, endless possibilities. The Nixa Suckers 12-6 victors tonight, defeating the Republic Locos, and the runs went up in bunches. Let's start there as we chat with Courtney Spitz and with our Elite Promotions Elite Performer of the Game, Josh Engler. Guys, I mean, first of all, it can be hard to score runs sometimes, so it's got to be encouraging to see your team put up 12 runs tonight across 7 innings on a night where you really got production, 1 through 10 across your lineup.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's been really good. The first game it came out, put the ball in play. We got a lot of hits. We just weren't able to pull out the first week, but yeah, it's really nice. Got the run support for me. Just got to stay away from a couple salty innings and we'll be good to go.
Let's talk about your response, Josh, to that third as you saw the Locos bring 4 runs across, and then you followed that up with you struck out the side, as a matter of fact, in the next inning. So, what is or how does one go about shaking off a tough inning like that and going out there and shoving the next inning?
Just got to go out there and shove. Played baseball a long time. We got a good dugout in there with a bunch of coaches and a lot of experience in there. So, we've got a good experienced team. So just go out there and bounce back. One bad inning isn't going to ruin the game. So
let's talk about that, Courtney Spitz. Yeah, you do have not just baseball players, but some baseball brains in that Nixa dugout. Was that the thought and the intent in the draft room? I'm just going to assemble as much brain power as I possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, guys that have been around the game and played the game at a high level. We've got some former Division I and pro baseball players in our dugout, and guys that played Division II and had good careers there. And it's just fun to be around baseball guys, but I think our dugout gets it, and we're pretty calm, cool, and collected when we give up runs. No big deal. Just go back out and keep scratching. We did that in the first week. Came back from a 5-2 deficit or something like that, and ended up taking the lead. So I like our squad. We got a good one.
So Josh, let's talk about the big moment that came for you. It was part of that 4th inning. Your 5th strikeout on the day was the 200th of your career. You're just the 3rd pitcher in 11 years of Grip and Rip baseball to surpass 200 strikeouts. What does that mean to you to join the likes of Clay Murphy and Skylar Hinson, both Hall of Famers, in an extremely small and rare club?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've been really looking forward to it. I eyed it down a little bit last year. I was kind of wondering where I was at, but I wasn't in that 5-inning role, so it feels really good. Spitz has probably caught 125 of those strikeouts or so. So, good catcher, good partnership back there, and it makes having a good catcher is a world of difference. And when you've got a good team, and so had real good history of that. So
let's talk about that, Courtney. You have caught a lot of those. He's not lying about the math there, but Josh Engler's a guy you wanted badly enough that you spent a 1st-round draft pick on. So just talk me through catching a lot of those 200 Ks.
Yeah, Josh is a phenomenal pitcher. He's got some velo behind his fastball. Tall guy, strong. But he's got 4 pitches, and that's, I think, what makes a big difference for him. Is it's not a 2-pitch mix that guys can guess right on 50% of the time. So when he goes out there and he has 3 or 4 pitches all working, he's tough to hit. We try and mix it up as much as we can, attack as much as we can, and he throws a lot of strikes, puts himself in good counts, and all the credit goes to him for when he gets those strikeouts, because I'm just putting down a number and he's executing.
Talk about a couple of other guys in your lineup. First of all, Brock Chaffin started off the day 0 for 3, and then all he did after that was go 2 for 2 in the 6th and 7th with a total of 4 RBIs. Brock Chaffin's a guy who had a lot of success as a player manager in this league, a couple championships, but turns out there's still some pop in the bat.
Yeah, he's a good hitter. He's one of the better hitters in the league, and it's just going to keep getting better as he gets some reps in there and gets his timing back from a year off. So that's why we drafted him. I wanted him in the middle of the lineup. He's a difference maker and fun to be around. And there's 4 or 5 Missouri State guys in our dugout, and so good camaraderie there. They got some friendships that were built previous from this league, and we've got 5 or 6 good players. So it's fun.
Brock is a presence in the batter's box. He's the guy you don't want to see in the batter's box when you're pitching. So I'm glad. I was happy when he was on our team.
I bet. So you also get a 2-for-2 night from Landon Parker coming off the bench. Did want to ask you, Courtney, about Joey Hawkins. Looked like a hamstring injury when he limped across the plate, and I think he was getting worked on, but did not return to the game tonight.
No, just a tweaked hammy. We've all been there, especially in the men's league. It's hot out there, and guys haven't done this in a while, and you're on your feet for 3 to 4 hours. I think he'll be fine. We'll evaluate through the week how he feels, how he's walking around, and I'm sure he'll get the best treatment he can.
Probably real good.
So he'll be fine, but if he has to take a week off, we survive. Get some guys that'll come back from some work obligations and be back in the lineup and be ready to go next week.
And lastly, before we end it, wanted to ask both of you about your leadoff guy, Geoff Jiminez, tonight. He officially goes 1 for 2. He drew 3 walks, but I've been really impressed with the way Jiminez runs the bases, and I know he's the base running coach for Missouri State. You can see why. Just a tremendous pest, and he runs like his hair is on fire. What is it like having that dude in front of you in the lineup?
Oh, man, just having... First off, his defensive presence. The last 2 games, he's came up with some plays out there in the outfield that are just phenomenal. But I think it speaks to our team's overall high baseball IQ. My 3-1 bunt probably didn't speak to that. But everything else, we got a really good team, and Geoff has got a good head on him. And
he's also an energy guy.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's very evident.
He brings it to our dugout. The guys rally around it. He's a go-getter. He's gonna play as hard as he possibly can for as long as he can, and I think we all respect that and we all enjoy it. And it's fun to watch him get out there and attack pitches and get down the baseline and steal a couple bags, and then what he said is that
That's Josh.
Josh. I was thinking Geoff in my mind the whole time.
Thinking about
almost
Geoff,
called him Geoff. The catch he made last week over the shoulders.
Yeah, that was phenomenal.
That's a Sports Center play.
Yeah, it was great.
At any level, that's one of the better catches I've seen. And then tonight he makes another diving play in the gap, saves some runs. He's been huge for us.
So Geoff Jiminez getting it done. Probably won't look back and say, remember the night I drew 3 walks, but you might remember that sliding catch for sure. So 12-6, Nixa Suckers are winners. Congratulations to you, Courtney Spitz. Congratulations to you, Josh Engler, on the win and on strikeout number 200, and then 201, 202, and 203. We'll see you guys back out here next Sunday, August 23rd at high noon against the Moon City Mavericks. You like the noon game?
I like the day games way better.
Me too.
I can see the ball way better. I don't care about the heat that much. I want those day games.
All right, sunny, sweaty, and bright. We'll see you guys out here next time against Daniel England's Moon City Mavericks. That's going to chase us. We will see you next Sunday, August 23rd as well. After that noon game between the Mavs and the Suckers, we'll bring you the Republic Locos and the Ozark Mountain Ducks at 3 o'clock, and we'll close out the day with Baseball Night in the Ozarks. It's the Branson Showmen and the Springfield Metropolitans in the Battle of the Unbeatens. Our executive producers are Tony Lewis and Harrison Waters. Tonight's game has been directed beautifully by the rookie Tripp Shafer. My name is Rance Berger. For all of us here at the GRBL, thanks for watching, and good night from Springfield, Missouri.